money in the bank. Coming with a dank, skrilling in a tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Yep.
Hello.
Well,
my name's Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash is the man.
Johnny Cash is the man. That's all I listened to on the way here. Got me hyped up.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna one of these days.
Johnny
maybe
Cash
tonight.
about that action.
He's about that action for sure. He got a song about doing cocaine and killing his wife.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what America's all about.
My kind of guy.
And I don't know why there's not the Dominican Sue highlights to A Boy Named Sue. Because there's literally like a part, I think the third verse is like, my name's Sue and you're gonna die.
So you're telling me
What?
to make some Ndamukong Suh highlights.
Yeah, or the other ones.
Have the intro be Cam Newton calling in Donkey Kong Sue, and then cut to him stomping on Aaron Rodgers. Johnny Cash starts playing highlights.
Oh, dude, Ndamukong Suh was a minute.
Copyright. I'm copywriting that idea. I'm gonna do it this week.
Ha.
We're going to do it
Ha
first.
ha ha.
Yeah,
ha.
live copyright.
Live copyright.
Mic
You're in
drop,
action.
I win, you
No,
lose.
shout out to Dominican Sue, one of my favorite players ever.
And appreciate everybody that was in me and my pause with me.
Yeah.
Bonnie Blue
Appreciate
over here.
The tapes came
Freak Mill. Appreciate everybody.
Hey, I'm
that
not
was with
judging,
me
just like to
That's
shoot
crazy.
straight.
in Twitch last night. It was fun, man. It was
Had
a
you
lot of
twitching
fun.
last night.
It started off a little bad. Kind of crashed out.
Oh my God!
My balls was hot.
Can I tell the story?
Yeah, for sure.
So we're all in the group chat with the boys, and we support the boys. Sometimes throw tweets, sometimes talk shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, Spinny was going live on stream last night,
Yep.
so all the boys were like, "Yo, Spinny, we're waiting for you to go live. Like, let us know. We'll share the link." Guys, say blah. We don't know that he's having technical difficulties
Yeah.
the entire time. So it's past 10:30 when he's supposed to go.
I was supposed to go at 10.
Yeah. And so I'm saying at 10:30 we're like, "What the? You lied to us."
Yeah. Yep. That one got me.
And Spinny was like, "Shut up!" Left the group chat.
Yeah.
He said, "Shut the yo."
I said, yeah, like, shit the F yo or something. Like,
Left
it's
the
like,
chat.
you got, dude, Hood's pissed me off right now.
Crash out again.
Yeah. There we go. This is me using OBS and Twitch for the first time. I should have just said 10:30 at the start because, I get back from the gym at like 9:30. So I smashed a sandwich, took a shower, was going down there trying to set it all up. Couldn't get the audio to work because the audio was...
This thumbnail is crazy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Did not see that coming.
Ryan did me dirty. But this is me trying to get the audio to connect to OBS, and it was registering my controller as a it was registering my controller as an audio output device, and I was crashing out for sure. But got it working, and it was fun. I streamed for about 3 hours. I'm gonna do it again tonight. Monster Hunter Wilds high rank Rathalos hunts tonight. The boys were in there, and they were, a lot
Nobody
of questions.
told us. Or the boys like of the
No, other boys. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I put the tweets out there when I got it live and got it going.
I didn't see them.
Yeah.
You were in the chat to
Yeah. I was,
To let us
I
know.
wasn't in the group. But 10:30 tonight, I'm going to be going live again, and like I said, I got the kinks ironed out, so it's going to be seamless this time.
Yeah, I got text like 3 a.m. I crashed out.
Yeah. Definitely crashed out.
Good times. Zadarius Smith. The boys were in Smitty last night. Shout out to the host. Zadarius Smith has fully embraced the Detroit culture. He is now a Detroiter because he's also in a Detroiter. I don't know. That's a little too far. But here's Zadarius Smith, his new girlfriend. Check this out.
You didn't send it.
Oh, give it a second because
Oh.
I'm sorry.
He said, give it a second. If you believe it, it'll be there. No, it's not there. So we don't have anything in Slack.
You have it?
No.
I never sent in.
There's nothing in Slack from today at all.
Give it a second.
All right, here we go. Give me 2 seconds to get
Chris
this
is
going.
thinking it out of... Wait, did you send it or no?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it
sure
just
it's
sent.
Maybe just finished up and I unlocked my phone. I apologize about that.
Chris,
Zadarius Smith is banging cash now.
Chris, can you pin my...
Shout out to him.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Been here less than a year. Already begging one of Detroit's house
All right.
rappers.
She's from
Shut up.
Detroit?
Yeah, Cash House
she
from
is.
Detroit. I guess she used to be Ryan Ermanni's neighbor.
No way.
Yeah, which makes sense. Ermanni's got some bread. He's staying up in Grosse Pointe.
Oh, for sure.
But shout out to him. Also, speaking of Detroiters, you got the video?
Yeah.
Here they are in Africa.
I had it muted
about
just in
Africa?
case.
Look
the
at that
sound-
side biddy. Ooh! See it? Yeah. Yeah, run it back after this one.
Oh yeah, let me find the video here. Let me whoop that bad boy.
The hell you go?
Yeah, she is fine, dude.
Cash Out's fine as
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she's natural. I don't know for sure or
She's
not.
what?
Natural?
Oh, she looks like it.
I mean, I guess it don't matter. Good for him.
Good for Zeke.
Good for Zadarius Smith. He's gonna be in Detroit one way or the other.
He's
Whether
staying.
he's the Lions or not, he's probably gonna be around Detroit for a minute.
For sure.
Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Chris, please pin my comment.
Oh my god.
But a lot happened today.
I'm not going
Yeah,
to.
a
A lot of
Did
free.
So quit
Did you know
asking.
that there was only 2 players that got the franchise tag, and that's like the least amount in
Everton?
like ever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 2 players in the NFL got franchise tag. T. Higgins being one of them.
You know what that tells me, Spinny? It's a weak free agency class.
Yeah.
There's somebody worth
Worth holding on to.
it'd be done.
Also, I think the NFL is taking note of what Howie Roseman and Brad Holmes have been doing, really, and I think teams would rather draft a guy to replace him than franchise tag a borderline superstar or a borderline star. You know,
Yeah. Maybe.
because your superstars are going to get contracts. The guys that you have building blocks, they're going to get contracts. The guys that you're franchise tagging are guys that you don't know if you want to keep or not. So I think NFL teams see it as a cheaper and easier option to just draft one to replace him rather than paying one top
sometimes
5
it's-
money.
Sometimes guys just can't come to terms on a contract. You can't
Yeah.
come to like agreement or whatever. And I think that's what it is with T. Higgins, at least. The other guy was Trey Smith, if I'm not mistaken. He's a guard from
Yep.
KC.
KC.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who is the biggest name in this year's free agency class right now?
T. Higgins was.
Well, he's
but he's
franchised.
Franchise, yeah.
Trade bait,
Yeah,
possibly.
I just don't think it's much of a strong
Oh, I got
free
some
agency
Trey
class.
Hendrickson?
I got no. He's still
He's got another year.
got another
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
I
stay
got
tuned.
some names.
Yeah, because Nick's
Uncle
going
Nicky.
down. We're going to do
Oh.
offensive free agency. We're going to do defensive free agency as well.
Watch
Going over the
out.
names in the free agency class. We don't dive too deep into that.
That's
but
loaded free agency.
Jonah Jackson traded to the
Jonah,
Bears.
yeah, I was about to say that. Jonah Jackson traded to the Bears. Ben Johnson really wants to be the Lions.
They want to be the Lions so
really
bad.
want to be the Lions.
It's I don't know how to feel about that one because on one hand, there's 2 ways of looking at it. If you're being real about it, right? Take away the bias.
He's a good player
Yeah, when healthy.
when healthy.
But he's rarely healthy. And
Yes.
that also sucks too. Like I don't want the Bears to get anything going for at least 2 to 3 more years.
Yeah.
I don't want them to assemble this offensive line within the next 2 or 3 years already. Now they got a guard and Jonah Jackson they can start. Darnell Wright's not bad.
He's not bad. He's
Probably
not
grab
Penny
somebody at
Sewell,
10
but he's
this
not
year.
bad.
No, he's not Penny Sewell. He's definitely took a step
Ben
up.
Johnson
though.
said he's in the same ilk of Penny Sewell.
I watched
No.
something. I'd watched. I don't know what year it was. Maybe 2 years ago or last year. Had to be 2 years ago, where him and Hutch locked up, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's not bad, but I don't think anybody's in the elk of Penny Sewell. Other than
Antonio Esparza says, thanks for Jonah Jackson, you bums. Didn't play for us last year.
do something with it. We gave you DeAndre Swift too. You end up in the top 10 again.
Something
Yeah.
with it.
What are we doing here, boys?
This is
Have fun with Jonah Jackson.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Have my sloppy seconds.
Thirds.
Don't care. Tell me how my dick tastes.
Sloppy thirds.
Sloppy thirds.
dude's
Don't
missed
want it.
18 games the last 2 years, and the Bears traded a 6th rounder to pay him $17.5 million.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm all for it
That's
as a
where I was
Lions
about to get
fan.
to.
That money could have gone somewhere way more valuable than often banged up Jonah Jackson, who is a good guard in the NFL.
Yeah. When,
He's a
when,
good
when,
guard.
when playing,
When
he
playing.
is a good guard.
That's a bad trade.
That's a bad trade.
It's
Genuinely
a
a
horrible
bad trade.
trade.
He would've
You're
got cut.
paying him what he signed to as a highly regarded guard. If he would have hit the open market and you picked him up as a free agent, you're not paying him $17 million.
As a guard. Like
wild.
you're talking about trading a 5th round pick for Joey Bosa and paying him a couple more $1 million a year than
that's
what you
why I'm
got
saying
for
that $22
Jonah
million.
Jackson.
Exactly.
There's a big discrepancy in how important they are to a football team. Like,
both missed games.
yeah.
And that's why I'm
Yodi,
saying that Joey Bosa contract ain't that bad. And like,
I mean,
Take a step
I don't
back.
want to be the Bears, so I don't want to compare anything that my GM's going to
That's
do
very
to
true.
what the Bears do. But
very true. But it's also Jonah Jackson versus Joey
yeah,
Bosa.
way different.
Way
Jonah
different.
Jackson is a good player when he can play, but he rarely plays. So this is a big hope kind of thing for Ben Johnson. I think it's
If
good for
anybody
him.
knows how to use them, that's
He-
one of the guys.
for sure. Like he knows the offense, knows the blocking scheme, but
The multiple blocking schemes.
that's just another bullet that Brad Holmes dodged. You look at Evan Brown; he did it 2 years ago. Jonah Jackson, he did last year. Like
Yeah.
he's not going to pay these guards $15+ million when you could go out and sign a Kevin Zeitler, who's way better than Jonah Jackson,
I mean-
for what, $6 million or whatever they gave him last year,
It's
or
to the
draft anybody that stepped in at that guard spot, whether it was Yodi, whether it was Dan Skipper, whether it was Graham Glasgow, they performed at a high level.
Yep.
So-
That's why you got to draft a guy every single year, in my opinion. Now, at
Yeah.
the guard spot specifically.
Tate Ratledge,
That is
bring him home.
crazy expensive for interior offensive linemen.
I would take Tate Ratledge over Jonah Jackson right now, any day of the week.
I think
I mean, I got to see him in the league. but-
Kid's gonna be a stud.
I'm loving from what all the tweets that you've been hyping this kid up.
Kid's gonna be a
I
stud.
hope we do draft him.
Me too.
But with the guards and stuff, I think you saw like a change when the Cowboys ran that elite offensive line back in the day, and then the Lions
Yeah.
tried to follow that, and they did with this run game that we've built together.
Yeah.
I think they literally changed the guard market. We were shocked when Jonah got that much money the first time. You know?
No, I remember the other guy signed Miami.
Extremely surprised.
It's expensive, bro.
And you get
For a
Zeitler
guard?
for, what was it, $7 million last year? 6 million for
Yeah.
Zeitler last year?
Like Yodi performed very well when he played guard. I kind of hope they re-sign Yodi as just a depth piece, but there's not a chance in hell I'm paying over $10 million for one of my guards. No way. You pay your center, you pay your tackles, and then you could put whoever you want in between them, and they're going to perform.
Yeah, trying to find him to the guys. So obviously Trey Smith did his franchise tag. He has Robert Hunt this time with the Panthers, $20 million a year. That's the contract I was looking for. $20 million a year for an offensive guard. I mean, I guess it's important to keep your quarterbacks clean, but I don't know. I'd rather not do that.
No.
Give me a guy that's been around the league for a minute, that is looking to win a Super Bowl. Kevin Zeitler.
Yep.
Give me those. And then and beyond him, give me my Christian Mahogany to the world.
Yes.
And when you have it, and that's why I really hope that Manu works out. Manu also took reps at guard, by the way, too. Because if he could really step into where Taylor Decker's at and or Sewell, whatever they end up doing, it seems like it's exactly what Spinney said. No matter who you put around those two elite offensive tackles,
They're going to perform.
yeah. Especially when you have an elite running back like Jahmyr Gibbs, too. So Bears fans want to come in and talk shit. That's crazy. That's a bad move, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's not just a now reaction. When I saw it, I was like, wow.
That's terrible.
They gave up an asset to pay that guy his full contract. Usually when you make the trade, the benefit of it is that very first year, they're paying like the back half of it and some dead money. You're paying the full $17 million, and you think that's a W? I guess you haven't seen any type of success in many years, so maybe it is.
It's a W for them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe it is for a Bears fan.
That's
baby
probably
steps.
Jonah Jackson is probably an upgrade for that offensive line, even if
For
he doesn't.
sure
Even if he
it
doesn't
is.
play, Jonah Jackson playing 5 games a year is probably better than what they had at guard last year.
That's one piece at a time with the Johnny Cash song. But we'll continue shedding the Bears, pumping up the Detroit Lions. But first, speaking of pumps, Spinny, I know you were on Twitch last night, and the boys ain't. Where you work out, though, son?
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where we mean everybody, can get a full body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month. Upgrade to the black card. Get you some amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, all that good stuff. Planet Fitness. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner? Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
If you are tired of your same old Detroit sports merch, go ahead and hit that upgrade button. Go to woodwardsports.com. Click the shop tab. Hoodies, tees, hats, all that, all teams. Make sure you're going to woodwardsports.com for the best Detroit sports merch in the game.
What up, and welcome to Whatever It's live on woodwardsports.com.
Live.
I'm Eazy, joined by some more action. Chris, Nicholas Koloff.
Shout
During
out-
the break, we're kind of continuing on a little bit of the Jonah Jackson conversation, and I was saying he's a little bit full of himself. Maybe it's Ben Johnson ego move. Like,
Could be a Ben Johnson
when I
ego
had Jonah
move.
Jackson, he was great. I'm the one that made him earn that contract. And you know, what's their GM's name over there too? I can't even think it was
Ryan
Poles. He's
Poles.
a bum. I can't remember his name. Oh yeah, sure, Ben. Yeah, I'll do whatever you want, Ben. Yeah.
Trying to make sure he keeps his job.
Speaking of putting Ben in his place, and speaking on Ben, shout out to Unky Kurt Steele.
Shout out to Unky Kurt
who
Steele.
dropped the ether.
Yeah.
On Ben Johnson over there on LNU.
Yeah, he absolutely bodied Ben Johnson. Yeah, and shout out to Nitty Gritty in the Woodward Sports chat, the super chat in there. He says, "Is this trade more Ben Johnson wanting Jackson because he's familiar with him, or is it Poles being Poles doing stupid shit and overpaying for washed players?"
It's the whole enchilada.
I think it's a
somebody brought the beef, the other brought
Combination
the
of both.
wrap. Yeah, and they fucking tucked it in and baked it.
it's the whole enchilada at the bake
Whole
sale.
enchilada at the bake sale, brother.
Yeah.
What do you give when you get two Chris's and trying to screw a light bulb?
Trying to figure it out.
I'm sorry, that's an inside joke. Smash.
It's not an inside joke. It's just an insult.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, inside joke. You talking about your Twitch?
Yeah. I did drop. I dropped 2 tards on Twitch yesterday.
I think I've watched Graham drop a tard on his Twitch.
Okay.
So shout out to Graham. You guys ought to do a collab or something.
Yeah,
Reach out to
honestly.
him. I'll reach out to
I'll
him.
just dress like him. We'll,
the whole entire times be in the shoulder pads and everything.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
that'd be funny.
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, guys. Detroit Pistons won for the second day in a row. So we're starting the show with Detroit Pistons news. The Detroit Pistons waxed the Utah Jazz last night. Jalen Duren
Monster.
and Asar Thompson.
Yeah.
Big games.
Yeah.
Broke history, Spinny.
Let me get that
I believe
tweet
it was,
over to
it
Chris.
So
15 points.
Yeah, it was
15, 5, and 5 on perfect field goals.
Yes.
And Asar was the
Yeah, where was the
Asar has
tweet
some of the most
that
in
we can
NBA,
use
so.
before saying it because it'll look cooler.
yeah.
That's all right. We'll keep talking about it either way. You find the tweet while we're doing that one.
But they heard the rumors. They heard us wanted to ship them all out of town.
Well, how about this? I did the parlay and apologize we forgot to do the Pistons parlay like we typically do before the show closed. I'll put it on the prep sheet so we don't forget today, but we're not today. God damn it. Chris got me thinking there's a game when they next play. But
Idiot.
I had 12 rebounds for Jalen Duren, thinking that's a lock because there's no Stewart, there's no Tobias.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, Duren's about to get 20 rebounds tonight.
Easily.
Sweated so hard that
Yeah,
entire
did you
night.
say he had 1 in the first quarter?
One
or first
rebound in the
half?
first half. Got 11 boards in the second half. And obviously had a highlight reel of a dunk, Cade behind the back to Duren.
Yeah,
that
he-
Duren just
He
fucking.
had several dunks that game.
Oh, yeah, but that one was a
Malik
nasty.
Beasley had several dunks that game too. Malik was punching
Yeah,
on people,
Malik had
bro.
he had an alley-oop.
He had a oop from Schroeder. He had one where he just took it to the hole. Yeah, dude, This Pistons
Sarr
team is
nasty
so
one,
fun
too.
to watch.
Oop,
Oh,
behind
yeah,
back.
the reverse oop.
Yeah, that was fucking. Oh my god.
And, you know, you weren't the only one cashing bets yesterday.
Yeah.
Your boy cashed a nice little ticket last night.
Did.
Pistons over 35 wins, already in the account, already in the bank account. Got that out of FanDuel as soon as I could.
Oh, they paid out?
Paid out.
Oh, you know what? I did mine on DraftKings when they didn't pay out to the end of the season.
DraftKings scumbags. Yeah, I got mine on FanDuel. They
Jesus
paid out
Christ.
immediately. And yeah, here's that tweet we were talking about. Sir Thompson and Jalen Duren, the first duo in NBA history to each record at least 15, 5 rebounds, and 5 of 5 field goal shooting. Asar had 17.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 stocks, and was 100%, obviously, from the floor. Duren, 16, 12, 6 stocks, 100% from the floor. Man, just Jalen Duren. We got a video of Jalen Duren talking about his defense, and I think it perfectly epitomizes what this team and what we were talking about with Cade Cunningham and the superstar effect. So here's what Jalen Duren had to say about his defense.
I mean, just trying to do my job and do what I can do to help the team win. You know, everybody got their role, and that's one of my roles is to kind of protect the paint. So, you know, try to take that part of my job as serious as an offensive end.
That
Not gonna
dude's
lie,
21 years old.
I can't hear a single thing he said.
Yeah.
But
Guy's 21 years old, and basically what he said was, you know, I got my job, that's my role, I'm going to do my job. We talked about that on Heavyweights the other day, that it's much easier for these guys like Malik Beasley, like Asar Thompson, like Jalen Duren, Beef Stew, to buy into their roles, to go out there and say, all right, Jalen Duren, I'm setting screens, I'm running the floor, I'm rebounding, and I'm catching lobs, because Cade Cunningham is a superstar. It's easier for Malik Beasley to buy into, okay, I just need to sprint to the corner, sprint down the floor, because he knows Cade Cunningham's going to find him in a good situation for a good shot. When you have a superstar like Cade Cunningham on the floor, it not only makes everybody's job around him easier, it makes them buy in more. You see Jalen Duren sprinting the floor. You see Isaiah Stewart selling out and being that defensive menace, not worried about putting up 20 points a night or shooting threes or anything like that. He knows I'm the best rim defender in the NBA. I'm going to be the best rim defender in the NBA because I got a guy that if I'm having an off night, I know is going to give me 25, 8, and 8. And he's going to put the ball in my hands when it's the best time to put the ball in my hands, because that's what Cade Cunningham does. Makes everybody around him better. So guys like Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson, Malik Beasley, Isaiah Stewart can sell out to their roles, can be who they are, and it helps the Pistons win games all the more.
Chris?
So for me, this is just maturation, because I remember watching his end of the year post-game presser, and I got pissed about it because this was a year last year where he was terrible defensively. And he's talked about specifically highlighting what he wanted to improve on offensively. And that was always my big gripe with Jalen Duren. That was a big reason why I was as lukewarm on Jalen Duren coming into the season, is because he seemed to focus on the offensive side of the ball, when to me it was so clear that if he takes that step defensively, this team, as well as himself as a player, will go to a whole nother level. And that's what's happened. So that is a testament to not only his maturation, but also JB to be able to get him to buy into that. Because he very clearly, months ago, was talking about his offense and where he wanted to be offensively. And now he's talking all about defense. He literally ended that quote with saying, I got to approach defense the way I approach offense. And that is all I've ever wanted from Jalen Duren. So big credit to Jalen Duren. Big credit to JB Bickerstaff. Those are the two that really, really deserve credit for that. And as well as, like you said, it makes it easy when Cade is Cade and you have that kind of leader. But credit to Jalen Duren for maturing, and credit to JB Bickerstaff for being able to communicate and get through to him.
And you look at another guy, like, talk about buying into their role and maturing as a player, Malik Beasley, and what he's done so far this year in the last 11 games. He's averaging just under 20 points a game. He's shooting a 68% true shooting percentage. The Pistons are 10-1, and he once again leads the NBA in made threes. This is a guy you're paying $6 million this year. It's just awesome to see JB Bickerstaff and Cade Cunningham unlock these guys to the level that they are.
Yeah, I want real quick one more point on the defense as well. Like, I believe it was Koo that pointed out. I was trying to look for the stat on his Twitter, but since Asar came back, Duren's really been able to step it up defensively as well too, and just truly just commit to protecting the rim.
Yes.
Both he and Stu, and I think that's another and buying in. on top of the defense, Asar. I said this yesterday as well. If somebody out there on your team that you call your brother, that you hang out with, you see more than your family at this point in their careers, is going that hard on defense every single night, and you're not going to get put forth more effort, if not try to match that.
You ain't got nothing beating in your chest.
What that Vikings fan say?
What?
You ain't got it in the heart.
Yeah, you ain't got it in the heart.
Yeah.
You ain't got the heart.
Whatever the hell he was saying. Yeah, shout out to Asar Thompson. Shout out to Beef Stew. Shout out to Darren. Although Beef Stew didn't play last night. But just the defensive mentality.
That's what's even more impressive. I know the Jazz suck, right? The Jazz aren't a good team. They've got some nice pieces.
Yeah.
They've got some nice. You're down 2 of your 4 best front court players. A starter, and then your 6th man. And you go out there and you take care of business, dude.
And then
handedly take care of business.
Well, I guess the champions were missing their guys too, and Jaylen Brown. But when you miss Schroeder,
we're missing Schroeder and Ivy.
They're bought into the system.
Yeah,
they're bought in that style of winning games.
It's like I said. It's a how do you want it with the Pistons, because they've shown that they can beat teams in different ways. They've shown they can be the defensive juggernaut that they are. Where since the new year, I believe they are the best defensive team in the NBA. You look at doing stuff like that. Or going out there last night, scoring 139 points. The one against the Hawks had to score 150 almost to win, and you did it in regulation. So this Pistons team is showing that they can beat you in multiple different ways. And when you have, I know we've mentioned it before, I've said it before, when your superstar is that same way to where he can beat you in multiple different ways, your team adapts that mentality.
And you got a good team when we're damn near finished with the segment, and we've made like one mention of Cade. Just him playing that level of all those guys. Like everyone else rising.
Asar Thompson is one of my favorite basketball players.
Amen.
Like ever.
I've been saying
ever, dude.
That's gonna be Baby B's first Pistons jersey.
Yeah,
for sure. Asar Thompson,
dude. That's a great one.
Nick, did you catch the game last night?
Yes, sir. Duran. I mean, what can I say about the drive?
Yeah.
Like the fake handoff drive, knew exactly what he was doing the moment he got the ball, drove to the hoop. He was dunking on
so good in the open
everybody
floor,
last
dude.
night. I've always bought into the Duran because I watched this guy's like highlight tape a million times, watched his 10 games from Memphis. I saw everything was there when he played, inferior opponents.
Yep.
And he could just dominate. He didn't have to learn scheme. He didn't have to learn anything. He could just use this athleticism growing up. And now that he has JB Bickerstaff to hone that in, you're finally seeing like the potential of what a dominant defensive center could be as well for this team. And I haven't even brought up this guy's passing ability, which has been off the charts as well.
Yeah, and like there are sometimes concerns with guys like Jalen Duren coming out of high school. Like when you're 16 years old, 17 years old, and you're 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and you're just the man like he was. It's
man-child for
there
sure.
are some concerns to be like, okay, when he gets in a league full of men, did he rely too much on his sheer size? He is a man amongst men in the NBA at 21 years old. Like you remember Paul George saying it about him like 2 years ago. Like when you try to go to back somebody down and you give them that little shoulder check, that's when you know, like if they're really like that. He said he hit Duren, it felt like he was hitting a brick wall. Like the guy is a man amongst men, and he's still not even in his physical prime. Like the guy is just a freak of nature.
You think there's it's crazy because he's only 21 years old, and we're talking about like drafting guys in the NFL right now, like
24,
21,
23, 24.
Yeah, I'm talking about just like for me at least, Shamar Stewart, 21 years old, and the selling point on him is like there's a ceiling, like he can grow.
Yeah,
Duren is
still growing.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like how much?
It's like that.
How much higher does that get?
We're gonna Centel Kendrick Perkins. Remember when Kendrick Perkins read the tweet that who was it? Kuminga came to camp at 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
He read it live on NBA Live. He was like, yeah, I have a report that Jonathan Kuminga came to camp 7 feet tall. I was like, oh, Perk, no.
Well, it was worse, too, because didn't he say like, sources or something like that?
Yeah. And Iguodala was on the episode with him. He was like, what? Oh, man, poor Perk. He got Centel on live TV. That's tough.
That is tough. Tell us about Feldman Chevrolet. None tougher than Chevy.
It's 1996. Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. You can get an amazing, award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, like I said. Hot leather, neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, whatever you need. One of these ladies got you covered. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's wicked awesome. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons, man. Got the vibes high at the Detroit Lions season.
Very high.
Keeping things alive.
They're closing in on 10 games over 500.
Could shed a tear.
Could honestly shed a tear.
It's wild, too, because I knew the Utah Jazz are a bad team. They're tanking. They're going for the Cooper flag, the Great White Hope. And I almost didn't tune into the game, but
it's good to see them bury them.
I didn't want to be ungrateful. These wins were hard to come by the past 2 years. So I'm tuning in every time.
And it feels good to see them bury a team like that.
Yeah.
Like, to be a realistic team that I expect to win a playoff series, to be a team that I very least expect to win multiple playoff games this year. It feels good to watch them bury the teams they should bury. Good. And you go, it's a long trip. It's a long West Coast airplane trip. You could have, you could have mailed it in. They could have been injured, or like jet lagged and stuff. But they went out there and they took care of business. They beat them by 30. Yeah, that's what you want to see.
And stuff. It's funny you say that, though, about the playoff teams, because I wanted to ask, and we kind of had this conversation beforehand, too, but, like, who do you want in the playoffs for the Detroit Pistons?
The Knicks, dude.
You want the Knicks?
I want the Knicks.
Because it's, like, the sure-handed victory, or what?
I think out of the teams around there, our best chance, I think Orlando and Indy would put up more of a fight than the Knicks, personally. It's from a Knicks fan. Yeah. And I know the Knicks are a better team on paper, but we talk about it all the time with fucking what Thibodeau does and how he runs these guys into the ground. I think Karl Anthony Towns and Isaiah Stewart would be fucking must-see TV over a 7-game series. If Stu doesn't crash out, he will get Karl Anthony Towns frustrated, bro. And I'd like to see the way Cade could handle the litany of wing defenders that they can throw at him with guys like OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart. That's a lot of bodies to throw at Cade Cunningham. And I want to make the meme of all of their wing defenders and Asar Thompson standing there like Jon Snow. I think, honestly, I want the Knicks.
I don't hate that. And it's crazy, too, because I thought I was the only one that thought that. And I remember like the last time they played them, I'm like, yo, they're handling the Knicks right now.
They kind of bullied them.
Kind of crazy. Big Stu was working the boys, working cats.
Yes.
It was crazy.
Like, I know this is weird to say because Karl Anthony Towns has been in the playoffs before.
Yeah.
Isaiah Stewart has never been in the I already know
Isaiah Stewart plays the playoff energy every single night.
I already know Isaiah Stewart is going to be like a better playoff, I don't want to say performer, but a better playoff body than Karl Anthony Towns. He's built for playoff basketball. And Karl Anthony Towns is built for frappuccinos. Like, get this man beef stew and Asar Thompson in the playoffs and Ron Holland. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Guys are going to be crying. Like, we're going to see dudes on the bench crying.
Well, I think it was getting like that in Utah last night. Did you guys see Asar playing defense?
Yes, bro.
I think honestly it was fucking my man a little bit.
It
was
had
fucking
to
me.
have.
Yeah, it had to have. Got the hand up and everything. But Asar showing personality too as well. Shout out to him.
I love Asar, man.
It's kind of crazy. The Knicks built a super team with guys they played with in college. There's no chemistry issues.
Oh, yeah.
And for whatever
Nova
reason,
boys.
the
The Cat
Pistons are only
trade.
5 games out of fucking taking third if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I know talking crazy, but it's wild.
Cat's been balling all year, but
Yes.
I mean the trade they took out like DiVincenzo out of there. I thought he was a big piece
He's a
of
staple,
it.
man. He's a Nova
He must
boy.
have been.
He was a Nova, Nova guy. I mean, he killed Michigan in the
He
one
did.
championship.
He was
game.
pissed about that too.
They all were.
He was not happy about.
Neither was-
it wasn't on their. The GM just did that.
The GM did it, yeah. Like, Brunson, Hart.
No, the Knicks cannot stay out their own fuck. Why the fuck would you do that?
I mean, you're getting Karl Anthony Towns.
That's fair, but I would have
Like,
tried something else.
you're
Dante DiVincenzo doesn't hold that much value.
and you got rid of Julius Randle, which
That's what I'm saying.
that's actually, like, Julius Randle sucks.
I think Jalen was okay with that part. I think
Yeah,
he
getting
was
rid of Julius Randle,
like,
definitely. But no, like,
because DiVincenzo's off the bench. Like you didn't have to give that.
did
guy
not have
up.
to give him up. No.
You're an idiot.
Could have gave up somebody else.
No, I'm
for
pretty sure you did to make the trade work. The reports were that that Minnesota was really, really pushing for Dante, in that trade.
Good. I like that.
So,
Drive a stake into
I
their
told him,
hearts.
eat a dick.
Yeah.
Elephant in the room here, fellas.
Whoa, Nick, come on,
The
dude. We're friends.
Pacers
Yeah,
are not
relax.
the
We're
first
called
name out of your
heavyweights.
mouth. This is a rivalry again. Are you guys scared because we went 0 for 4 in the regular season?
Yeah.
Is that the only reason
1
why?
to
Because
3.
I think the Pistons are
you
just
should keep it
1
real.
and 3.
itching
No.
to get this team back on the court and show them
I think
that
the
they can take them in a series. I think that would be massive for not just the Pistons, Indiana, but for the NBA as a whole to
Yeah.
have that rivalry back again. I think it'd be great for the NBA.
That would be awesome. I would, that would be great TV to watch. I think the Knicks are easier to beat in a playoff series than the Pacers. So I would rather have the team you're more likely to beat. I still think they would beat the Pacers. I do, but yeah, no, I'd rather have the Knicks. And like Melo said it on his podcast when they were talking about Cade and potentially making, the Knicks matchup in the first
Playing
round.
in the Garden.
Playing in the Garden, that's shit they
Yeah.
write 30 for 30s about.
Yep.
That's shit that they mark off. Like, okay, his first playoff series ever, he went to the Garden, he dropped 40 on him twice. Like, that's shit the legends are made of. And I know the Pacers are, I can't, local history of going after the Pacers, but
Yeah.
you beat the Knicks in your first round playoff series ever and you put up numbers at the Garden, that's stuff that immortalizes guys going forward.
I don't disagree. Randall Small, super chat. Spinny, when are you gonna become Mr. Pringle?
Mr. Pringle, maybe for
Halloween.
Halloween, I'll do the
Yeah.
Mr. Pringle look. Yeah,
You'll be skinny enough to be Mr. Pringle by then.
yeah, wear a cylinder,
That'd be kind of hard.
go super white face.
Oh yeah, you could because he's right in the logo.
Yeah.
You probably get a girl to make that too. A little date.
Oh yeah.
Little fun
My
date.
mom made me a piece of pizza for Halloween one year.
We made it sound way less cool with that.
It was a cool costume. I went to
Talking
Little
about you
Caesars.
grabbing a girl and making it like, yeah, my mom.
My friend Robert was a gladiator. I was a piece of pizza. We went to Little Caesars. They gave us a free hot and ready.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Listen,
I
we've
just picture a
seen,
little chubby spinny.
Hell
That
yeah.
being so
Oh,
lit.
dude, geeks,
Like,
bro.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Free
they
pizza?
gave us a bunch of cookies and a free hot and ready. I was like, fuck yeah.
That's dope.
we've seen it with this Pistons team, man.
Thank you.
We've seen them. Yeah, we've seen them get to the Garden
Hard cut.
and just annihilate the Knicks. This is a team that I like the matchup too because Cat, for as great as he is, has never been able to shake his inconsistency in the postseason as well. That is another factor you got to look at, and something that I think a guy like Isaiah Stewart that we talked about would definitely get under their skin. And
Yeah.
they're not deep. Again, this is not a deep team.
No,
but
they used to be.
I'm still very confident against Indiana too. I know we went 1-3. I get it. But this Piston team, I just think they're much better than the times they played Indiana. And you go to the most recent one. That one really was one that you could have won if Student, do what he did, and that game got away from you. That was a game that happened. I think the playoffs, I think Kay Cunningham is clearly the best player in that series, so I'm comfortable there. As long as we can all agree that we don't want Milwaukee. I think we're all putting Milwaukee third on that list in terms of preference.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see any combination of Giannis and Dame. I get that they got a little bit after that, but
I still
They're getting a game against anybody, but
I think they could be. I think they could take Milwaukee to 6 or 7 games at the very least.
They can,
with
but they
Asar
can
on
beat
Dame,
both those teams.
Stu on Giannis. Like honestly,
It'd be 5 games.
a lot of it relies on Stu not crashing out.
A lot of all
Which
the
is
playoffs.
a very scary
exactly.
thing.
All of
That's
playoffs.
what I'm saying.
Because typically when you get to the playoffs, it's like a 8-7 man rotation.
Yes.
And Stu would be our
For sure.
7. Like it'd be Beasley then him.
Beasley, Stu, Ron, and
Yeah, but I'm talking about your impact guys off the bench. It's those two.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's what happened in the Pacers game last
Exactly.
time. Was Stu
if
crashed out.
if Stu can do what he does and get under the skin of the opposing team superstar, and you look at the East, and you've got Banchero, you've got Karl Anthony Towns, got Miles Turner, you've got Giannis. If Stu can get under those guys' skin and rile them up a little bit, get them off their game just a tad, it might not work on Giannis. He might just go crazy, which is what he's done against
Giannis
us.
will match that energy because
He's a lunatic. I love Giannis, but
Where's
if he
Stu?
does that without crashing out, without getting kicked out of games, that would work against Miles Turner. That would work against Karl Anthony Towns. Like I said, probably not going to work
Bodega
against
cat.
because Giannis is a lunatic. But if Stu can play with his intensity and get under people's skin and not get kicked out of games, Pistons are going to be dangerous in the playoffs, dude.
That's a big butt, though.
Big butt.
We have not seen him control
Damn, that's
his
a big
emotions.
ass.
That's a Beth butt.
Yeah.
I am a fan of guys with big butts.
Facts.
Shout out Terry for the drop.
Shout
Yeah.
out Uncle T.
I mean, this is a big butt here, fellas. Can he control his emotions? He has not been able to yet in any of those big matchups.
Yeah, even against Thomas Bryant.
Well, guess
You
what? You
guys-
have to see.
That's very true. Yeah.
It's I think
And they're a good team too. Like,
I
they're
think
not like scrubs
JB
as
would
well.
have to.
JB's going to rein him in a little bit. I think
But
what
JB be crashing out too.
I think what JB
Which I
should
love.
do is bring in Ben
Ben Wallace.
and have Ben talk to Stu about playoffs.
Ben's like, yeah, I crashed out too. My boy, go get him.
Yeah, no, have Ben talk
Yeah,
to Stu
don't
about the
bring
because
Rasheed.
He said, fuck the Pacers.
'cause
Go
they'll-
punch them in the face.
they'll let harder fouls go in the playoffs. They'll let more contact go in the playoffs
Yeah.
without calling fouls.
Depending on who's
but they're
on.
not going to let you hip check somebody just because it's the playoffs. So as long as he doesn't crash out. Even if he does crash out for
Crash
one
out,
game,
crash out.
if he doesn't get suspended, that could help a series. Like if they're losing a game and he crashes out, doesn't get suspended for the next game, I wouldn't mind it.
Because next game, they're going to be on his ass, ready for
And
him
next game,
to do
he's
it
going to be
again.
meeting everybody at the rim. Boom,
Dude.
block. Boom, block.
I see so much Draymond Green in him that like
Yeah.
I get
Except
worried
he's not
because of that
dirty.
finals. Because that finals, right? Like that's like the ultimate fear that will always exist with Isaiah Stewart to me. I love Isaiah Stewart. I want him as a Pistons lifer now, but I also have that fear that Draymond Green finals that will always stick with me because I see that in Stu. So
Dude,
make
Draymond
Ben
will-
Wallace talk to him, not Rasheed Wallace. Not Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace
No,
is the
no.
devil on his shoulder, and Ben Wallace is the angel on his shoulder.
She just saying, hit him.
Call him a bitch. Stare at the ref.
Yeah.
This guy, Isaiah Stewart, is so important for this
Yo,
team.
what was
especially
up the
in
tech he got the other night? He's just running away against the Nuggets. Did he say
Reputation.
something?
He had to have said something.
Yeah, I was say there's no way he's got that from running away.
He
probably
might
called
be
you
getting
refs
that
out
of hand. Like,
reputation.
they need to get fucking
He
checked.
might be getting that
need to dial in.
reputation, though.
Seriously.
Dial in,
Because
for
out of all professional sports, you're the group of little fucks that got caught fucking cheating.
Yes.
Fixing games.
For sure.
And now you're like over abusing your power now too. Like some, I don't know, man.
They need and shit talking and basketball go hand in hand.
Exactly.
Hand in hand.
It's part of the fucking game.
It is part of the game. You need to allow these guys to shit talk. I want to see someone get dunked on and go, fuck you, pussy. Like, that shit gets me going.
Yeah.
That's what makes basketball
Gets people
amazing.
going.
We love Ant Edwards.
Yeah.
Like, it's-
That's why I love Anthony Edwards
Yeah.
so much.
Bring
Because
basketball back.
when he blocked Shea at the end at the buzzer to win that game,
Spinny.
he started chirping.
You're wearing a red hat. Tell him make basketball great
Make
again.
basketball great again, baby. Dude, I can't wear this hat without people like. Mustache doesn't help.
I did it today too. I pulled in the gas station. I didn't even care. I
Yeah.
don't care.
No.
You know I don't care. But I had to double check. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's a wild hat to wear in the wild.
Yep.
You know, you just bring confrontation. That's all.
It is. Yeah. It is
got-
Peacock for sure walking around.
Did
Yeah.
you guys see
Looking
Ty
for some.
Jerome?
Yeah.
You guys see Ty Jerome call out the lady ref by name?
No way.
It's like
No.
she was brutal.
Call her out.
Hey, we need it
Call
more.
her out.
Call her out.
Find everybody.
Call her out.
Not just her specifically, all of them.
No,
That's
Nick
the only
is
issue.
specifically telling her.
That's the thing, though, is like if you find them, then do they start fixing games? You know, for the extra make the cash
Dude,
back.
they need to like purge the refs
They should give them bonuses
for being good,
Yeah, like if you
The least amount
accurate
of checks.
calls.
yes, like if you they'll review you every single game. If you have like a allotment of bad calls, you miss your bonus.
I like
Or you
the
lose
one,
your job if you're inaccurate.
I forget who
Yeah, but
proposed it.
we've seen replacement refs at least at the NFL level. It's,
Yeah,
you don't want
actually,
that.
yeah, you're right.
I seen the whoever proposed it from the NBA player that said like, I think it was Cade. I think it was Cade when he was doing.
I think it was Cade. I know
Like
what you're talking about, yeah.
if you challenge a call, the ref who made the call can't be reviewing it.
Absolutely.
That is,
And he
there's
has to
ego
apologize.
involved. Yes,
Absolutely, yeah.
that's a great.
Especially these players, not Cade specifically, but these players bitching at him all game.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel a type of way. I can only call Chris so many times before he fires back. Not like that. Don't do me like that, Chris.
Not
I got
doing
a family.
that. Not doing that.
Got a family to feed. Got a family to
Family-friendly
feed.
show here, boys.
You remember that video? Or have you ever heard that song?
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about.
Dude, German Shepherds in my backyard. Oh, me and my boy used to listen to it at MSU all the time. It's from like a one-hit wonder. I can't remember what it's called.
Tell us about Dr. Pierce.
Dr. Pierce. Make sure you hit up Dr. Pierce if you're trying to stay in the game. He is our sports medicine expert. Dr. Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine, powered by Amon-Ra of Southfield. Live on Woodward Sports, Tuesdays on Big D Energy, and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. He should be the guy you need to call if you want to get back in the game or want to stay just tip-top shape. Dr. Pierce isn't just a doctor of the stars. He helps the everyday man as well stay doing what they like to do. Call him at 248-426-9944. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Jeffrey Pierce. Call him if you want to stay in the game.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
What up, though, and welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by Smorex,
Hello.
Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend,
Tell a
a friend. Do what you gotta do. I got one more Pistons topic on here. I don't know if I want to do it, though.
Why?
What?
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. I got one more Pistons topic, and it stems off of yesterday's conversation just a wee bit, and it's coming from Chris. Chris wanted us to rank the Detroit Pistons core.
Nah.
That way you can easier decide
Nah.
who you want to depart from to acquire one light-skinned demon named Devin.
I think all of our cores are going to be very similar. I think the bottom two will be the same in everybody's core.
That's why I said I think the middle is like where you get weird. I
Yeah.
think Asar and JD.
2 and 3 are the only one that you're really questioning.
Yeah.
My 2 is Asar.
My 2 is probably Asar as well. It's probably Cade, Asar, JD, Ron, Ivy.
Ooh,
Whoa.
Ron over Ivy.
What?
I think Ron Howland's going to be a star.
Wow. Maybe it is an interesting conversation. I did not see that
Whoa.
I think Ron Howland's going to be a star, personally.
coming. Okay. All right. I thought I was going to be the one with the Ivy at 4.
I
What was
got
yours?
Ron at last.
So what is it? 1 through 4?
I had Ivy at 2. I think the superstar potential is there. And I don't think
Okay, maybe not.
I think the superstar potential is there for
We
Ivy.
got a show.
And I think the all-star potential is there for guys like Duran and Asar.
Who do you have? So you have
I
Asar
have-
4?
Yep.
Of course you do.
You have Asar 4?
Yes.
I think
he's an elite role player, which we've talked about. But does he have a superstar potential? Does he have enough scoring in his bag?
Real quick. Just one-on-one conversation.
Okay, I knew I was going to do this. Let's
relax.
do it. What up, no?
Calm down, motherfucker.
Real quick, before we get into this, Rando Smalls, the Pistons are missing one player. That position, what position is it? I say a running mate for Duren.
No, we're good.
No, I think
if you want to grab another stretch four,
stretch four maybe.
Let's get a better.
Yeah, like a Tobias reliever, whatever you want to do it. But real quick, my friend Nick. Maybe you're not a friend because you didn't show up and hang out with me to watch the hockey game. Whatever.
Oh, God.
Look at me in the eyes right now.
60 miles away.
Asar Thompson and Cade Cunningham are winning basketball games right now.
Yeah, they are. I think the superstar potential of Jaden Ivey is more valuable to other teams. If we're talking about a Devin Booker trade.
Okay.
You're ranking them on their value to other teams.
All right, that's fair.
Yes.
Because the conversation
did kind of Booker trade as this question was
Chris's introduction to it was based on that. So that is.
I still disagree though because Jaden Ivey as Eazy continuously beats that nail in the I'm breaking on phrase.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Beats a horse to death?
Yeah, whatever. But
whatever it is.
Beats it over the head. The thing that Eazy always says about Jaden Ivey is fit. Asar, we always talk about, is a guy that could fit on every single basketball team. So, Nick, I don't get your claim because I think all 30 teams right now want Asar, all 29 other teams, if the Pistons make him available.
Over Jaden Ivey.
Versus
I think he's more valuable to teams as well. You look at what he does. Asar Thompson is one of one in the NBA right. The only one that you could put up with him is his literal fucking twin brother. Yeah. Like, this guy is a guy that every single team, every contender would want. Jaden Ivey, he's a fantastic player. He's a fantastic talent. But it's easier to find a Jaden Ivey than it is an Asar Thompson.
Yeah. Hamidou Diallo.
All right, that's disrespectful.
all right, we're done.
It's like the evolution tree, like Hamidou Diallo first stage, Jaden Ivey second stage, Ja Morant final stage. But no, I love Jaden Ivey, and I'm really excited at the prospect of him coming back in the playoffs for this team. But Asar Thompson is much more valuable to winning. I don't like this because people think it as like shots. Because you can't have realistic conversations about players.
The ball,
without taking shots at guys. But when you look at it objectively, I think Asar Thompson is more important to a championship success than Jaden Ivey.
I'm so proud of you boys.
I could see that part of it, but I have to ask, to get to that championship level, I think you need a guy, a superstar as potential person, like a Cade.
And if Jaden Ivey's your one, Asar would still be your two, is what you like.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. That's what Asar could never be a one on a championship team when it comes to scoring the ball.
Okay.
No, but I'm
not going to argue that.
He also doesn't narrow your pathway to getting.
Do you think Ivey would be the one on a championship team?
I'm saying superstar potential. He has everything. He's already shooting 41% from three this year. That's what we wanted him to get better at because. We know he's really good at driving.
Sample size. 30 games is a good sample, though.
The elite athletic ability from Ivey to pair with great shooting, which he showed this year, if he continues to develop that bag, he has an extremely high upside. Scoring the ball, which Asar Thompson right now has not shown. Defensively, totally different story. I mean, it's not even close.
Can I ask you this just real quick on the superstars point? Because you and I got in this big argument, too, because we were like, how long until you know an NBA guy is a guy? And I think we set on 4 years. Maybe it's 3. I'm pretty sure it was 4. Can you find someone for me, Nick, on a trajectory like Jaden Ivey that became that superstar?
We looked at Victor Oladipo.
He was not a
superstar.
Exactly. But that was like a very similar comp.
Think if we want to talk about projecting them to be their best of what they are and who they are, and I do think Jaden Ivey would flourish as the number one on a team.
I wouldn't even say John Morant. John Morant came in 17. Jaden Ivey's at 17 this year.
But Jaden Ivey is rookie year. He was at what, 15? Like it's not. It's not that big of a difference.
I'm talking about John went up from there though.
That's
kind of a bit of a difference.
Jaylen Brown started at 6.5, 14.5, 13.
Jaylen Brown's
20.
a total different type of player than Jaden Ivey, though.
I mean, it's hard to find the comps. I don't want to put a ceiling on this.
And I can't put a ceiling on Asar Thompson either, because I look at Asar Thompson in the ilk of if he reaches his max potential, his true potential, you're looking at a Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard type player.
Yeah.
and that is
Jimmy
a
Butler.
that is
Dennis
a superstar.
Rodman.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he's Dennis Rodman right now, basically.
Yeah.
Like
Sean Marion right
like,
now.
yeah,
But that's a great piece in terms of value when wanting to win games.
And what I was
Mark
gonna
Royal,
say,
I did not forget how good Ivy was playing at all.
What I
I'm
was
talking
going to
about
say
value
to
in
Nick's
terms of
point,
winning games.
What I was going to say to Nick's point is, I think we're valuing Asar more than Jaden Ivey because we already have Cade Cunningham. And if you didn't already have Cade Cunningham, getting a player like Jaden Ivey who would be your number one scoring, guy, facilitator type guy would be more important than getting an Asar Thompson. But since we already have Cade Cunningham to be that, you're leaning more towards Asar.
That's why he's less valuable to us, and that's why
And that's why Nick values him more to other teams.
Like if HBO was trading for him, I think he could say pretty certainly, like, hey, everybody in Phoenix, we believe Jaden Ivey has, all-star, superstar type potential. That's why we're making this trade. This isn't just for the future with all the draft picks we're acquiring. You could see Jaden Ivey flourish.
Yeah.
Next year.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's some Pistons fans that believe he's better than Devin Booker right now. Believe it or not.
Is there anyone?
That's crazy.
The one thing
they're commenting on the videos yesterday.
The one thing we didn't talk about, because I had Ivy as my most likely trade, and I had Asar as my least likely. In between that, I had Ron Holland after Ivy, and then Duren before Asar. So Duren and Asar would be the two I'd most like to keep. Does anybody, just because we haven't touched on this quickly, have Holland over Duren?
No,
because I know some people didn't have Holland last.
I'm the only one that didn't have Holland last.
Holland would be last. Mine was Cade, Asar, JD, Ivy. So I didn't even have Holland even in my fold.
Yeah.
I like Holland. I think Ron Holland's going to be special, dude.
I failed the assignment though. I didn't do it through like a trade offer.
I was ranking them off
value to the team. Yeah. I didn't mind value to the team as well. That's why Asar was my second.
Yeah, me too.
Saw this earlier.
Yeah.
When I was at.
No, you're fine. It was a good argument. It was good little.
It was good back and forth.
Good banter.
Also, to be said, we don't hate these players. I mean,
no.
Besides,
I mean, that's a chat.
One has
I know. That's just the society we're in now.
Yeah.
To where you can't say an objective opinion on something without, oh, you hate him. Why do you hate him? Why are you trying to get rid of him? We're not. It was a question that was asked. Like you could say, if you want me to come up here and say, I love all the Detroit Pistons the exact same. I think all Detroit Pistons should be equally valued as much as the next guy. Then go watch CBS or something.
Well, the other thing, too, is like there would be nothing to watch. You would know the answer before anything.
Yeah.
My other point real quick, too, because I have somebody in the chat
Pistons.
I want to respond to, and Mark's World. Shout out to Mark's World, by the way.
Shout out.
Just talking about Ivy being good. Can't wait for him to come back. Shut back. He's not. Wouldn't be shut up at any haters. We don't hate Jaden Ivey.
Nobody hates Jaden Ivey.
Jaden Ivey's a good player.
Very good player.
It's the way I guess I could describe it right now to articulate it is Bradley Beal, individually, really good player. Devin Booker, individually, really good player. Kevin Durant, individually, Hall of fucking Famer.
Yep. One of the best players ever.
On the same team together, they're not winning basketball games. It's not a fit. Value to the team is a fit. Value to the team is cashing in wins, like the Detroit Pistons are doing right now with Asar Thompson.
And one last quick thing I want to say to wrap this up and put a bow on it is the people that are saying don't trade for Devin Booker, he's not worth it, all of that stuff.
He's too old.
I'm looking at you and saying this. If you think all these prospects are as good as you think, then you can't afford them.
Yeah,
you can't afford them. So I'm not saying rush and like just trade one just because, but you do have to have these conversations because realistically, you cannot keep all 5 of these guys, 6 if you want to include Stewart in that conversation.
And Jalen Duren is playing up to a max contract right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the way he is playing
100%.
right now, he is performing at a max level contract.
So you can't keep them all.
Matthew Kruger in the Woodward
How many
Sports
can you
chat
keep?
says anyone burning one
Max like 3. It
while
depends.
watching the heavyweights. Shout out Max.
Shout out to Matt.
This is definitely the show to do it.
Yeah, I burned one on the way. Listen to Johnny Cash.
Matthew,
yeah, it's not hate. Like I said, I can't hate on Bradley Beal. He's a great player.
No.
Devin Booker, great player.
Was
KD,
Beal
Hall of
was a
Famer.
great player.
On the same team, it doesn't work. It's
I'm not paying Ivy and Max, says Super Bowl Cartier.
I love Asar Thompson right now. We're winning games. Like, don't get me wrong.
You did yours based off trade value.
And I also, still, it is yet to be seen the same way Stu can, control his emotions in the playoffs, can Ausar get some of these same looks that he's getting during the regular season?
Sorry, yes, I agree.
I want to see that in the playoffs when things are slowed down.
Half-court stuff.
Half-court style. I would like to see that. I love the passing from JD Cade. He's getting Ausar looks where he can be elite right now.
Yeah.
Can the same thing happen in the playoffs when it slows down?
I think will because he makes those looks off of his individual defense. Like the way he can play in passing lanes and get hands on balls and tip balls. Pause. I think that will translate well to the playoffs because they're going to be doing, like you said, a lot of half-court sets. And if he gets in a screen and roll, gets his hand in a passing lane and tips the ball, nobody's running him down. Like nobody's chasing him down from behind. So again, pause. Wow, a lot of Meek Mill stuff. But dude, that video is scarring. Like Dumbo Jumbo made me watch it on air last. Don't watch it. Let's go to break. Tell us about Mark White, Eazy.
Mark White, go change your life. Devin Booker, you should pick up your phone and dial up my guy Mark White and get your Michigan home in place before you come and become a Detroit Pistons. That's 248-290-8242. Visit on markwhitesales.com. That's 248-290-8242. Visit on markwhitesales.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Jars Cannabis, guys. It's top shelf quality, unmatched variety and price for the people. Visit shopjars.com to find one near you. Make sure you follow them at jars_life. But most importantly, if you're chilling in Milan, Madison Heights, or Grand Rapids, there's a Jars Cannabis coming soon to you. Visit shopjars.com to find one near you. Personally, I'm coming here, flying out off the runs.
Yeah,
shout out to Jars Cannabis.
Dumbo Jumbo in the Woodward Sports Chat says, shout out Dumbo Jumbo, Spenny's official moderator. He is. I made him a mod last night.
Nice.
On my Twitch channel. So
he shouted himself out.
He shot himself out.
Dude, I'm getting a rest for sure.
So yeah, make sure you guys tap in 10:30 tonight. Monster Hunter Wilds high rank Rathlos hunts. I'm excited. So it's a fun fight.
Real quick, because I do want to talk about the JB stuff, but we did it based value to the team. If you were re-ranking your 4 value to the
team
squad.
Success.
Yeah.
Probably Ausar 2, Duran 3. The way he's playing defense. Ivy 4.
Yeah.
Ron 5.
Yeah.
But just because we've seen that, and I still don't want to poo-poo that Ivy and Cade could work.
No, they played very well together this year.
Easy. I know that's your take.
Below 500.
I am not going to admit that yet because I still think Ivy can be an elite player in this league.
Yeah, and Easy's take is standing pretty strong with
Yeah, that's the part.
When you look at what Cade and Ivy did separately and what Cade and Duran did separately, Cade and Ausar, because it is true that was Tobias playing as well as he is now when Jaden Ivey was healthy? No, he wasn't. When was Jalen Duran playing as well as he is now when Jaden Ivey was healthy? No, he wasn't. But also, Ausar's impact on the defensive side of the ball makes those guys play so much better.
Yeah. Also, the team is just
it helps those other front court guys so much.
And that's why, where I don't concede because obviously I still believe in what I'm saying, but where I allow the conversation to.
He would not be a hampering to this team. He would make this team better.
Absolutely, yeah.
Having Jaden Ivey would make the team better.
Next year, I think we find out for sure.
I wholeheartedly believe if you add Jaden Ivey to this team right now, it makes the team better.
Yeah,
he is a very, very good player. He was your second leading scorer before he went injured. I think, dude, Ausar Thompson getting steals with Jaden Ivey on the floor and those guys running the floor together, kid's a freak, man. The only person in the league that could chase Asar Thompson down is probably Jaden Ivey. So, like, I don't think you can argue that him being healthy would help this team.
Maybe.
Hit some big shots.
We'll find out next year. That's where I stand on it, because he didn't have Asar, and that's not fair.
I think
not fair.
The team was trending positively before Ivy's injury too. So like,
Yes.
I do want to say
more.
that. Yeah, I do want to say that this momentum isn't necessarily all Ivy, even though a lot of it happened post Ivy. I do think this team was trending in that right direction. Would they have trended this fast without Ivy? Who knows? We'll find out next season. But
Yeah, I think
find out next time on
to be continued.
Woodward Heavyweights.
Find out next week on Woodward Heavyweights. Yeah, I'd really like to see that. Like I said, imagine Ivy, Holland, and Asar on the floor together, and there's a fucking steal. Like those three guys running down the court together, that would be insane.
Yeah.
So I love Jaden Ivey. I really loved how he was playing this year. It sucked. I mean, all my homies hate Cole Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck Cole Anthony. Somebody told me he was from Detroit.
Greg Anthony's from.
I'm not claiming him.
Greg Anthony is from Michigan, I think.
All right, Mr. Harrison Township. Thanks for not for not claiming Cole Anthony for us, bud.
Access denied.
No fly zone. Chris is in there. Don't come in mama's pain.
No, Trick's got no fly zone. I got no bus zone. No
Greg
bus zone.
Anthony. No, Greg Anthony was born in Vegas.
But did he play here? I don't know. Maybe he's played ball.
Denied.
Let's see.
Who knows? I can't even read the
went
chats
to-
or any conversations because my computer's frozen. So shout out.
His nickname was G Money.
Denied.
Not impressive. Yeah,
He
I'm
never
not a
played.
fan.
Never played for the Pistons.
Maybe he got hoes in Detroit.
Maybe.
That's
You know?
possible.
Justin
They do be
Santos.
here.
Booker going to stunt Cade's growth if we trade for him. How? How?
That's come
For
on.
what?
Come on, guys.
How? He is like a catch and shooter.
He would be a perfect fit next to Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
Like perfect.
He's a souped up version of Tim Hardaway.
He is elite Malik Beasley.
And,
Like-
then you have Malik Beasley coming off the
Yeah.
bench to fulfill that.
Like I love Bees, but Devin Booker is elite Malik Beasley.
Oh man, that is crazy.
It's like saying Myles Garrett would stunt Aiden Hutchinson's growth.
Yeah, essentially, like a perfect fit. All right, what's the stuff you got in JB?
Because he won Eastern Conference Coach of the Month.
Shout out.
Yesterday, I saw Natalie Kerwin posted that one, and here's what he had to say about it being named Eastern Conference Coach.
I mean, I don't see it as an individual award. I see it as a collection of all the things that everybody that's worked with these guys and then the work that the guys have done. It's a representation of that, right? This isn't just about one person, at any point in time. Everything we do is about the collective. And if the collective doesn't do the job, individuals don't get recognized. So this award, or whatever we call it, is about the group. It's about the guys. It's about the assistant coaches, the work they put with the guys, medical, the work they put in to get the guys on the floor, strength coaches. Like, it's all a part of that. And once the collective does its job, then, the recognition comes.
What I love about that is because that's JB Bickerstaff describing the Pistons organization as a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
That is him saying from top to bottom, everybody is doing their job, they're doing it well, they're putting in the effort, and they're bought in. And that reminds me of the Detroit Lions and how they're being operated.
About to say that.
So
if I was
it's
to
great
read
to
that
hear.
quote,
Yeah.
and not hear the voice, I would have thought that came from the Lions organization.
Yeah, exactly. It's so important. It's so important to have that from the top down. And Tom Gores, like I said, I gained a lot of respect for him when he went out there. He said, Monty, here's $70 million. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of guys that do that.
Knows for it to be Dan Campbell, but
Yes.
but if you heard
Yeah, we
that,
didn't say
you
from
would
who,
think,
someone in the
you would
Lions
think Dan
organization.
Campbell. But it's great.
Could have been Ray Agnew saying that.
Could have been.
Could have been Brad Holmes saying that.
We do have to go to break, though, because we have some NFL free agency news, Detroit Lions free agency news to get to before Nick gets out of here and curses the Red Wings before they play the Hurricanes
Yep.
tonight.
If they lose tonight, it's on Nick.
And I'll be, if they win tonight, Nick, I'll shut the fuck up. I promise. I'll shut up.
If they win tonight, it's also on you. And that would be more important or more impressive.
Are we taking DeBrincat first goal again?
I
took Raymond.
put Raymond anytime. If you want to do first goal, I'm not in the mood of I'm putting
Plus
a
1,400
unit
out.
on first goal, but I put Raymond anytime, and I put over 6.5.
All right, let's get to these free agents. But first, Benny, tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where we mean everybody. Oh, wow, I am wearing the Mario fit today, aren't I? I saw it in the chat. Somebody said red hat, mustache. That's Mario. Phil said that. Planet Fitness, get a full body workout in 30 minutes. I go to the one at 12 in Van Dyke. Awesome staff. They'll help you out with anything you need. Clean locker rooms, whatever you need, Planet Fitness has you covered. $15 a month. You're not going to beat that. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
NFL free agency starts next Wednesday, and we're here to shop the defensive market because that's what the Detroit Lions need. If we pay attention to what Brad Holmes says, and both does, words and actions. Shops free agency and trade market for needs. If he drafts the best player available in the draft. So we have our guy Nick here going over the defensive free agent market, so we can try to settle on which one of these guys Brad Holmes is going to bring home.
All right, fellas, let's rock it out here first. We all know that this defensive line got banged up this season at a historical pace. We're going to start with the defensive tackles. I'm going to say a couple that stood out to me. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Do you want them to become a Detroit Lion? We're going to start out with the second-ranked defensive tackle on their list, Javon Hargrave from the 49ers. Do you think it'd be possible to get Hargrave in here?
Did it say his age? Do you remember?
It doesn't. It has his rank. He's the 14th ranked free agent total.
Okay. I'm gonna say no, just because I feel like his presence alone on a younger team try to turn the page to become the Detroit Lions is probably valued for another team. The way we used to kind of bring in those old vets that played on Super Bowl teams, I feel like he's in that point in his career where we really just want somebody to pursue a Super Bowl with, unless he's at that point in his career. He's truly just ring chasing, or if he's bag chasing. It really depends on his goals. If he's bag chasing, no. Ring chasing, yes.
Yeah, I will. I don't know. Does he want that? I'm with you.
He's 32 years old.
If you can get him on a contract where it's like he's trying to win a Super Bowl, he's not worried about signing if you can sign him to a 1-year rental kind of deal like you did with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I would be cool with that for sure.
Which, in fairness to him, I believe he's with the Eagles and he went to the 49ers.
Yeah.
So maybe he is ring chasing.
Or maybe he's done with that and he's trying to get paid now before he's too old to get a long-term contract.
Bring him home.
Speaking of somebody that was home, I was surprised he's this high on this list. The 6th ranked defensive tackle, Levi Onwuzurike. Do you guys think he comes back to Detroit?
That's a really good question, man. I feel like, yeah, in a sense, but also I feel like the Patriots just became suitors with Terrell Williams. I believe the New York Jets just became suitors with Aaron Glenn. Guys that kind of have like that belief in him because he's had a checkered, I won't say checkered past, but a rough comeuppance, if you will, in terms of NFL. And he doesn't have a relationship with Casey Rogers, new defensive line coach. I'm going to say no, only because those other two teams might grab him.
Levi's bringing him back?
Yes, I would like to bring Levi back. I don't think that his contract on the open market is going to be too crazy. I truly don't. With his injury history, I don't think he's going to go for anything too crazy. And if you could bring him back to a 2-year deal, again, a kind of prove-it deal, I would do it. Again, am I going to overpay for Levi just because he was a Detroit Lion? No. That is a replaceable asset. And the guys like Wingo, you expect to take a step next year. But if you could get him on, a cheap deal, yeah, I'd be all for bringing him back.
I'm out on Levi. I just don't think he's dependable. He played 1 year. If he does want to come back super cheap, different story, but I don't think he will be super cheap.
I'm with you, Nick.
One guy we've brought up his name all year long. We thought we might be able to get him late. He's the 10th ranked defensive tackle, the veteran, big Calais Campbell. Would you guys love to bring in Campbell on a 1-year deal to just be a depth piece on this defensive line?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great guy, Dan Campbell guy. And I think he was still effective for the Dolphins last year. That's why his name was getting floated around at the trade deadline. If he was just still an old guy not doing shit, that would have been part of the conversation. Calais Campbell, Detroit Lions, we're going to need some help stuffing some runs here. Liam McNeil's not going to probably be there for the first 4 games at the least. Bring me Calais Campbell.
Yeah. That's the perfect, because he's not looking for a big payday. He's not looking for a multi-term contract. He is looking to go to a place to win a Super Bowl. That's what he's worried about. Maybe he wants to go back to Baltimore. Maybe he wants to go back to Arizona to end his career or whatever you're looking at. But if he's bouncing around, I would love Calais Campbell on this team. A perfect fit to what they like to do on the defensive line, a guy you can move inside, a guy you can move outside, a veteran leader, playoff experience. Yeah, that would be an amazing sign. And like I said, it's not an argument of, is he looking for a bag? Is he going to take a cheap? He's going to take an easy contract for a team to sign him.
Also, probably out of the 3 names we had so far, the most affordable.
Yep. That's
Absolutely.
what I want. Yeah.
And probably the most productive. Not even close. Yep. Probably.
Yeah, I'm all in on
Well,
Calais
also the
Campbell.
Hargrave.
So I showed you guys 3 of the top 10. This is the rest of the top 10 if you guys want to take a peek. If any names stand out to you, we got Milton Williams, Javon Hargrave, Osa from the Cowboys just got re-signed. DJ Jones, Poona Ford, Jaron Reed, Tart from the Chargers, Wharton from the Chiefs.
There's one name that just got released today.
Oh, yeah.
Draymond Jones. Another guy who can bounce inside, outside, was very successful with Denver before he signed that big deal with Seattle Seahawks. I think that'd be perfect for a Lee McNeil replacement or a guy to swap out with him.
Yeah, I look at Poona Ford, and I like Poona Ford a lot, but I think he is going to get overpaid. That's a guy that's looking to cash in on a contract after having some success, so I think he's out of the equation. I think, honestly, the best options are Draymond Jones or Hargrave or Calais Campbell, because you're looking for a guy to fill maybe 5 games at the beginning of the year for Lee McNeil, and then give you a good rotation piece. So it's not like you need this up and coming star. You just need at the most a gap holder, and that's why I think one of those veteran guys would be the best choice.
Yeah. I'm do that.
Yeah, the same way we brought in Zeitler, I would love to bring in Campbell.
Yes.
Like, that would be a no-brainer to me. Big depth on the defensive line. And I just want to shout out David DeChant. David DeChant of The Athletic for this list. We're going to go to defensive ends, fellas. We're staying on the D-line here. This is where it gets a little bit exciting. We're going to start. Number 1 is Josh Sweat. Do you guys have any interest here? Chris just threw up the list.
No. It's not even that I don't have interest. It's
not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So I've closed my mind out to it. You keep the list up there if you want, Chris. It's just, if you weigh 265 or below,
they're not going to get you.
You're probably not going to play for the Detroit Lions, at least if you're defensive
at edge. Yeah.
And that goes for Khalil Mack as well. Would I be open to it? Sure, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, there's one name on that list that stands out to me that I would be the most intrigued by out of any of them, and that is DeMarcus Lawrence. What he does is he's a game wrecker. He's got the injury history that checks boxes for Brad Holmes. Big guy. again, I don't think they're going to get any of these guys really. But DeMarcus Lawrence would be a guy that I would like.
DeMarcus Lawrence would be cool.
I like Judon too. If they don't draft Jahad Campbell, grabbing a Judon to put in Sam.
The Giants didn't trade Azeez Ojulari at the deadline.
No.
They did get assets from him, but they didn't re-sign him as
No.
well. How does Joe Shane have a fucking job?
There's no explanation.
As a general manager of the National Football League, he is the worst GM, maybe all time. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, that blows my mind. I did not know that.
Important text in the
Woodward
group chat if you guys didn't see. Make sure you respond right now.
Okay.
D-Max said, can I get a head count on who would go to a March 16th Wings game?
Oh, well, of course, me. Brought up the idea.
That's a Sunday.
Who else you got, Nick?
That's a Sunday, right? I think.
It is a Sunday. I believe it might be a matinee.
The Azeez Ojulari stuff,
yeah.
wild to me.
Yeah, Azeez is wild. If
that guy's a GM, I could be in GM easily.
Yeah, that guy's
I would do
horrible.
half the dumbass shit that guy did.
We've heard a lot of
Holy
these.
Fuck. Sorry.
One of the names we've heard a lot of is Hassan Reddick. Terrible from the Eagles to the Jets. If it was a 1-year deal, I'd take a flyer on him if he wants to try to regain any of his worth on the open market. If he wanted a 1-year deal opposite Aiden Hutchinson to get some rushing snaps with this team, with Zadarius Smith as well, I'd look at Hassan. But
230 pounds, let it go.
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
No Aaron Glenn anymore.
No, just they don't like DPR guys, designated pass rushers. They want you to be on the field all 3 downs. They want you setting the edge. They want you to stop the run. Look at the guys they've grabbed. Look at the guy they kicked out of town, James Houston. He was the Hassan Reddick type.
Yep.
They don't.
Nick, how many times do I gotta fucking say it? Versatility. These guys want versatility. They want players they can keep on the field and make plays. They want players, in case somebody goes down, you can move over, you can play that role for him. Love Hassan Reddick and what he can do. Not a player that they like to go after.
I
in a
think
heartbeat,
we'll see.
Antonio.
I think we'll see.
Esparza.
What did he say?
They said, Eazy, would you replace Poles if the Bears offer you $20 million a year to leave Woodward Sports?
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. My friend said he'd fuck an old man for just a mil.
I did say that.
20 of them. Yeah, I'll go coach my least hated or my least liked team in the NFL.
And I would trade all of their good players to the Lions.
All right.
Boom, baby! You give me $20 million to fucking hook up the Detroit Lions.
Dude, we got 3 new players.
Big brain shit. Oh, you want Josh Sweat for Al-Quadri Muhammad straight up?
Yeah.
I'll throw in 2 first-round picks for you.
Yeah, it's
too.
not that Sweat.
Sick, dude. We just got.
Oh, you want
kind of
Jalen Johnson for Kendall Vildor straight up? Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Easy wouldn't do that.
Tremont Edmonds.
True.
He's a pain in the ass. Can you got a 7th rounder or something?
Yeah, I'll give you a Trey Evans for a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, I'll take all the dead money.
There are some star-studded names on this linebacker group, and we do need one with
Sam.
One of our guys.
Derek Barnes.
One of our guys. Hey, you guys think he made the list? He did not.
Wow.
Derek Barnes does not make the list. The name that stood out to me on a 1-year deal, similar to Campbell, would be a Bobby Wagner. I mean, I just don't think that would go wrong. Just the addition of Bobby Wagner.
The fact that Nick Bolton is below Zach Bond on this list is crazy to me. I think Nick Bolton is the no doubt #1 player on this list, and he is going to get an insane contract. Zach Bond, I think, was a product of having Pro Bowlers at every position around him. Yeah. And an elite back end.
He did his thing, but he's definitely
he
a
did
product
his thing
of
for
having,
sure.
yeah.
But having an elite secondary and an elite
he was a
defensive
special
line
teamer before.
Yeah.
He signed a 1-year, $5 million contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Nick Bolton's a stud, bro. He's going to get an insane deal.
That's insane that he's not
none
number
of
one.
those guys really do it for me. I mean, Bobby Wagner, yeah, it'd be cool.
1-year cheap deal.
I'm not
Give
familiar
me
with the kid in the
Jahad
Jets.
Campbell. Give me Jahad Campbell. Fuck the old heads. Bring in young blood.
I'm not familiar with Sherwood or Spillane. Well, actually, I know Spillane.
Spillane's good.
Greenlaw?
Spillane balled against us.
Greenlaw could be
Remember
a little
that?
bit of a Sam. Yeah, he did. You're right. Yeah, Greenlaw.
Spillane was getting to golf against us.
But what type of deal is Greenlaw? He's probably getting a little heftier one, no?
Yeah,
or no, 'cause of
Greenlaw,
injuries. Maybe not.
He did
You get on a prove deal
injury,
because of
right?
injuries.
yeah, the injuries.
It should fuck your resume. You tore your Achilles, brother.
How about Uncle Levante David?
That'd be sick.
Levante David's going to re-sign with the Bucks and retire there.
Where's JT Olsen when you need him? Until he doesn't.
Until he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Wagner would be cool. I just think he'd be a leader on this defense. And
I love Bobby Wagner.
I've wanted him
the
for
man,
like 2 years. Yeah.
The Rona 99 says this is why I could see them re-signing Barnes.
I mean,
fair point. Your defensive coordinator also was former linebacker.
I would not be mad if they re-signed Barnes. He's a
They're
great
really
player.
tight.
I'm not going to.
Yeah,
pay
I'm not
him.
mad at it.
I'm not going to pay him more than like $6-7 million a year, but I would re-sign Barnes.
I think they saw like efficient enough out of their defense without him, where it's like, do we need him?
I'm telling you, Jahad Campbell.
Wouldn't be opposed.
I would love it.
Not opposed.
You guys want help in the secondary?
Let's see what you got. Throw it up.
Yeah, I'm interested to see this one because I'm a little bit nervous.
Let's go.
Oh,
quarterback.
Let's go to break first.
All right, yeah.
No, let's keep going. Then he think he's just dip anyway.
All right, we've got some packed cornerbacks here for you guys. We're going to start this one off. Carlton Davis at number 3. Carlton Davis, can I interest you?
Sorry.
Where are you guys at with Carlton Davis versus DJ Reed? Who do you want more?
I mean, I think DJ Reed's better, probably, but
DJ Reed.
He's also going to cost more. Yeah, looking at that list, Carlton Davis would be the guy.
Bring Carlton
Unless you get
home.
Travarius Ward for cheap because of the injuries, but
is anybody nervous that like he's being allowed to chop a contract?
No, the way he was talking about,
yeah, that made me feel a lot better.
That gave me a lot of security.
Because
I don't think anybody's going to offer him a Godfather offer. Like nobody's going to be like, here's $20 million a year, anything like
Jags
that.
are pretty desperate, man.
I don't think they're that desperate. I think Davis will be looking at around the same amount of money from the majority of teams hunting him, and I feel like he would want to stay in Detroit if they offer him a good contract.
14 is where my number was at for him.
14, yeah.
So I guess, I don't really see too many people going.
I don't see teams going over $15
that.
million a year.
Yeah, 15, 17 maybe. And then it's up to him, too. He's going to look himself in the mirror like, I really did enjoy being here. That's where it sucks, too. It's like, you can't really have the conversation like, well, he wants to win. Well, he had a Super Bowl, so no, maybe he is more concerned about the bag now.
Could be.
Bring him home.
Can definitely cross Jordan Lewis off this list. Yeah. Definitely not bringing him with the shit talk to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Facts.
Yeah, great job, buddy. You're never coming home.
Yo, Asante Samuel Jr.
I was going to ask, any of these later guys would you be interested in for depth for this
Asante
quarterback
Samuel Jr.
room?
is going to be more than a depth.
Yeah, he's a little bit more
signing.
depth.
He's going to get $10+ million a year.
Damn, the Vikings didn't re-sign Byron Murphy? Maybe he's a system guy.
Could be.
Where would you guys slot in Darius Slay on this list?
Throw it up again.
He wouldn't be in the top 10.
He's behind Jordan Lewis.
I would take Darius Slay over Jordan Lewis.
You got to win one game, I'm taking Slay.
Jordan Lewis is more of a nickel.
I would probably take Darius Slay over Mike Hilton as well.
Yeah, I would take Slay over Hilton.
That's
probably it.
After that, yeah. Maybe Rasul Douglas is too high.
Yeah, I saw something come out today, actually. The Lions could be interested in him, but it wasn't anything official. I think it was from Detroit Times. Shout out.
He's not bad, but he's not better than Asante Samuel.
You have to bring back Carlton Davis or grab Samuel, Reed, or Ward.
You need a vet.
You need
a good
CB1.
vet.
You need CB1.
Yeah.
I love Terrion. He's not that right now.
Yeah.
One position we don't need anybody because we have two of the best safeties in the league. Ify Melifonwu comes in at number 9 on this list.
Funga's a free agent.
Funga's a free agent. Holland, Morig.
Damn, this
Jeremy
is a good
Chin,
free
Marcus
agent
Yeah,
class.
Justin
I feel like the
Simmons.
safeties always are. It's kind of weird. And then there's some dog-ass safeties coming into the draft, too.
Ify Melifonwu at 9, maybe it's not a great free agent. No, I'm just kidding.
You guys,
Big hater.
Do we bring
Javon
back-
Holland's a free agent?
Yeah.
Wow.
do we bring back or
Dude, that's
bring in anybody?
That's 3 All-Pros at the
This
top of
is-
that list.
That's crazy.
You're not bringing in anybody. No, they're not going to sign any of these
No,
guys.
yeah, we're not.
Even,
Marcus
not
Williams,
Ify? They don't
Justin
bring Ify
Simmons.
back?
No, damn, Marcus Williams too? Wow.
Yeah. Justice Simmons a free agent again, too?
No, they're not going to sign any of those guys. They'll just draft a safety late.
This is a crazy free agency class for free agents. Or for free safeties.
Crazy free agency class.
Free agencies taste like free agencies.
Does it kind of remind you guys of maybe like a Saquon getting
Is that
out.
devalued
Derrick
position?
Henry.
Could be a devalued position for sure.
Yeah. Think about Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Return of the safety. You saying safeties are coming back next year, like running backs came back this year?
Hopefully
not, because we got to pay 2 of them. That's a great class of safeties. But no, like I said, Lions aren't going to sign any safeties. They'll probably just draft one in the late rounds.
My head's exploding looking at that list. That's fucking good.
It's crazy. There's a lot of talent on that
wild list of that's
wow. Meek Robertson is still under contract. F you, go vegan.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. There's one position specifically I want your guys' thoughts on the offensive side of the ball, but we got to run through the biggest one of them all. It's quarterbacks.
The one of them all.
Sam Darnold comes in number 8 overall for quarterbacks.
Number 8?
Number 8?
No, number 1 quarterback. Number 8 overall free agent this period.
Number 1 quarterback over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think that's
your boy, Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, what is going on with this guy? Look at that.
I got to ask you guys, it looks like the Vikings are planning to move on with J.J. McCarthy as their quarterback. Are you guys happy with that? Going up against him twice a year?
You are incorrect, sir. They are in contract negotiations for a multi-year deal with Sam Darnold as we speak.
I have not seen that. I saw it.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good.
Where did you see that?
It was today.
I saw different reports today.
Trust me,
no,
bro.
you saw that they didn't pick up the franchise tag.
Sources.
Trust me, bro.
No, what you saw today is that they're not going to franchise tag him.
Who's the dead?
But they are working on a multi-year deal with him.
What did you see today, Nick?
I saw that they were planning on giving J.J. McCarthy the starting quarterback.
Where'd you see that from?
My source.
Oh, well, your source is dead, no? Fucking waste man.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Pizza bet?
Oh, shit. That's
yeah,
a good
I think
one.
we already got a pizza bet on that one. Yeah, I'll pizza bet you.
Nick is the Vikings fan. He would know.
That is true. He's a little more tapped in.
I would be happy if they go with McCarthy because I don't think he's ready
I would
to
be
roll.
much happier if they went with Darnold.
You'd be happier for next year.
If they signed Sam Darnold to a big contract, yeah.
Okay, and just give him the bag.
Yeah, if they gave Sam Darnold $50 million a year, I would be much happier.
I could look at it like 2 easy wins against Minnesota with McCarthy as quarterback.
I mean, 2 easy wins against Minnesota with Sam Darnold as quarterback. He sucks, dude. Lions pick him apart.
Skull.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to ask you a question on some of these bottom guys just real quick. Do the Lions have a backup quarterback problem?
No.
No.
Antonio Esparza.
I don't believe so.
Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields.
Gonna say specifically, are we bringing in Mac Jones?
If I'm bringing in any of these guys, if I'm bringing in any of these fucking guys, you know who I'm bringing in? Jameis goddamn Winston. That's who I'm bringing in. If I'm bringing in any of these guys.
Elite
Bring
backup.
Jameis to Detroit. Elite backup. No. No.
I
saw the I kind of want to talk about them drafting Jalen Milroe because we talked about that on my Twitch stream yesterday, and I kind of talked myself into it. Not gonna lie.
If you can get Daniel Jones, I'm all about that.
Dude, imagine Jalen Milroe. Imagine Jalen Milroe being your Taysom Hill.
That'd be cool.
Like I said, what is he gonna be, a 5th, 6th round pick? Milroe. Yeah.
Projected like 2nd, 3rd.
No.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Fuck out of here.
A lot of people were interested in him.
Dude, he could be. They had a formal meeting. The Lions had a formal meeting with him.
Yep.
And I'm not taking him in the 2nd or 3rd round. Not a fucking chance. But if you can get a 4th rounder later as your Taysom Hill, imagine a run pass option with
don't hate it.
David Montgomery and Jalen Milroe on the goal line. Push with Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe behind Jared Goff or next to Jared Goff in the back. Like, you could get freaky with that. He would be. Someone in my chat in Twitch yesterday said Jalen Milroe would be the Michael Jordan of Taysom Hills.
Milroe is 71 on Tankathon Big Board.
Wow.
Above Josiah Stewart.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not
crazy.
taking him in the 2nd round, but
Sean Payton might beat it to that one because he's the one that invented the freaking Taysom Hill.
Yeah. And where does Dan Campbell come from?
The Sean Payton tree.
Sean Payton tree. Real quick, sorry. Antonio Esparza. Super chat in there. He says,
Shout out.
It absolutely sucks that this show is very entertaining, even if I'm a Bears fan. But can you guys give me Jackson's pros and cons?
He's a great run blocker.
He's a great run blocker.
When healthy, probably top 10 run blocker in the game. Bad pass blocker. He doesn't say healthy.
I wouldn't say bad.
I wouldn't say good.
I would would say
I would not say good. I would say
But
average at best.
You get him out in front with DeAndre Swift out on the outside. That could be, you could have fun with that.
He got
But
benched
can't
for
stay
a
healthy,
six-rounder.
man. He can't stay healthy.
He's not. He's only if you're in a run-heavy scheme, you're gonna benefit from it. I'm polling situations.
Milroe easily a
specifically,
second or
that's where he
third.
made his money. But pass blocking reps to me, super average. If you go look at a lot of games we played against you guys, he was the one getting pressured for that guard spot specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Milroe. I'm not taking Jalen Milroe in the second or third, but if you could get him fourth or beyond, I would be all for it.
To the fourth and beyond.
Speaking of a third here, fellas, the Lions are looking for a third wide receiver. This is where we're getting off the stop today.
Ooh.
I'm looking at DeAndre Hopkins on this list. It's calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. D-Hop in a Lions uniform.
D-Hop to the D.
1-year deal in Detroit to go with St. Brown and J-Mo? It sounded dangerous, fellas.
It
Chris,
does sound dangerous.
throw this list up for me.
Yes, sir. Look at that.
I'm feeling dangerous. Let's see. T.
Higgins.
Higgins, franchised. Godwin, Diggs, Allen, D-Hop, Amari, Slayton, Gesicki. Why is Gesicki in there with wide receivers?
I thought
Is this
that
pass
was
catchers? There's
I
no
guess
way
so.
Gesicki's the best tight end and the 8th best receiver available. Yeah, out of this list, DeAndre Hopkins is the guy you look at for sure. Maybe Keenan Allen
Keenan
because
Allen.
I feel like him and Jared Goff would have a very good. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown and Amon-Ra
Yeah.
St. Brown Deluxe.
He runs a lot of slot. Yeah, that's
He
one
runs a
thing.
lot of slot.
I feel like
Kind of
Hopkins ran a lot
redundant
of
when you
slot,
got
too.
Amon-Ra St. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown is Keenan Allen, but in his prime right now.
If D-Hop wants to come to D, I'm all about that.
If D-Hop wants to come to Detroit on a 1-year deal to go chase a Super Bowl, I would absolutely sign DeAndre Hopkins.
Just lost in the Super Bowl as well.
Fucking day,
Bro,
man.
you got honestly, if he was just used for red zone scenarios, it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
Like the guy is one of the best high ball catchers in the history of the NFL.
Fugo vegan.
Darius
I like
Slayton
Tim
is a
Patrick,
beast.
but does this make Leaf a future? No.
Super Bowl Wilson said Darius Slayton is a beast. I'd sign him. Darius Slayton is a big dude as
he
well.
Is, yeah.
I
I want to be opposed. Wouldn't
I
be
would
my
not be
first
opposed
choice,
to
but
that. I think you could get. Well, it depends where D Hop's at.
How tall is Darius Slayton?
He's a big guy. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Is he really?
Whatever happened to DJ
He's
Clark?
6 foot.
Is he still under contract?
I want. Oh no, they brought up Darius Slay.
Darius Slayton's
6'1".
Yeah, my bad.
I want 6'3" and above for my ex wide receiver. Unless I can jump out the gym.
Unless he's DeAndre Hopkins, because D Hop's what?
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
He might be 6'4", actually. I don't know. What does it say?
D-Hop, come home.
D Hop come home. He is 6'1".
Yeah, 6'1".
But we know he is an alpha.
He can jump out the gym. Yeah.
Even now, he gets like. D Hop won me a nice little check in the Super Bowl. Shout out to him.
I think one big thing that came out of all of these like free agents, it's the proven veterans that are looking for a small deal. Like I think that could be the big thing where they are chasing the ring and they could actually help you get the ring itself.
After looking at it, this is a weak free agency class.
I don't know.
Now the franchise stuff does make sense. Oh, it's weak as hell. What was strong about it? The free safeties? The free agents?
The free agents.
Those damn free agents.
Safeties were good.
That's about it.
Yeah. Let's go break.
Sound like a flu.
Let's go to break. We're gonna come back. Let me tell you
Say
about
goodbye to Nick.
Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code word Woodward 1000 to get your first bet up to $1,000 risk-free. Meaning, if it doesn't cash like Spenny's do, you'll get it back in bonus bets. Caesars Sportsbook, official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Scan that QR code on the screen. Use code word Woodward 1000.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and
Go
spacious
Wings.
gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the
See you
judgment-free
later, Nick.
zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long?
Oh, yeah.
Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Yeah.
Les Stanford. Why did you think that was a good way to signal me rather than just counting down? The Les Stanford True Sign and Drive sale. Get a 2024 Envision for only $239 a month. I don't want to make noise telling you if it's up, so I'm just going to scream. Try the 2025 Sierra Crew Cab Elevation for $249 a month, or the Hummer SUV 2025 EV for $789 per month. No security deposit, no due at signing, no first payment, and no acquisition fee. LesStanford.com.
Because your mic is on too.
Yes. I know. Yes. No, I know mine is. I know mine is. I was doing the countdown, and then he wasn't looking, so then I was just like, "You're
saying like, hey, it's
or like Les Stanford."
Because like you said,
that's all right.
You said you're because you didn't want to be like, hey, it's your read.
I don't want to judge. I probably do the same thing.
I definitely.
I was just I was counting down, and then he was just not looking.
Awesome. That was funny.
Good day.
Yeah, great
Good day, sir.
Yeah.
Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream with the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Eazy, joined by Spinmore Rex, young Christopher,
Casper,
the friendly ghost on the soundboard.
Nick went to the game. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Red Wings.
If the Red Wings lose, Nick is cursed.
We're on that ass. I wanted to add,
no Diddy.
I don't want to ask you this because I'm not entertaining this at all. I already saw our social team did it, but somebody asked the chat why no Devontae Adams on the list. Well, first and foremost, that list came up before Devontae Adams was released today.
Yep.
Also, come on, guys.
He's going to wherever Aaron Rodgers goes.
Do you think he's coming here?
No.
He's going to New Orleans or wherever Aaron Rodgers goes or whoever wants to pay him the bag.
And not a Dan Campbell guy.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is a diva.
Yeah, you saw it in the Raiders game.
In the receiver documentary too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's at the Raiders.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah,
he's going wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, so
Great
they
player in his
can
prime.
make out and do ayahuasca together or whatever the hell they do. I love Devontae Adams as a player. I think he's
really good,
a fantastic receiver. He has some of the best feet in the history of the NFL.
Route
Probably
running,
the best get off on the line that I've ever seen. But. Yeah, no.
If he's first start, that's who he had to guard. It was a interesting game. They actually ended up getting hurt, I think, too.
Yep.
Oh, to Nick, says the Rona 99.
Oh, to Nick, yes.
Combine. I know we should have this yesterday. That's shame on me for not getting to it, but just some of the storylines coming out of the Combine, Spinny. The most interesting one to me, I feel like I want to start with, but maybe we'll go some dead ones. We'll do some dead ones, and we'll get to the most interesting one. The Shedeur Sanders stuff. Have you seen that? Peeped that at all? I guess
you heard about this?
Kind of slide. He's seen.
Just
look at it.
Seen this? Heard about it? Dude, the one where they're talking about Jay Leno doing Doritos commercials. He's like, I never thought I'd be in isosceles, man. Someone put sauce on these isosceles. That's good stuff.
No clue what you're talking about.
Isosceles triangles?
Yeah.
Doritos
I've never seen the commercial.
Oh, it was a.
You're good. I get it. It's Doritos commercial.
Fuck me.
Shedeur Sanders sliding down because of his
so anyways,
he's a little too brash for these NFL teams. Are you buying into that? You think it's just like fluff? People trying to slide him down so they get drafted?
Absolutely fluff. You knew who he was. You knew who his father is. You knew what it was like. Come on.
Do you still think you originally had him over?
Yeah.
Cam Ward.
Yeah. No. Cam Ward's going to be the first pick.
I think so.
First quarterback off the board.
He might be the first pick.
Could be the first pick.
Because if you're the Giants and you don't want a Shador,
Sauce.
or if you were labeled as a team that Shador and his dad don't mess with, then you have the Giants. You got to trade up to go get Cam Ward. Because if not, you're kind of screwed. Easy. Where are we submitting our mock drafts? Chris, what's your email?
MarkWhite.com.
Chris@hotmail.com. No.
Chris@hotmail.com. We'll
Never
get
had
an
a
email there.
Hotmail, actually.
I'm down to do some mock drafts. We'll figure that out. I'll introduce that tomorrow. We'll start like a mock draft Monday thing. How about that?
I don't want to do any more mock drafts. Fan rocks. Yeah.
Fan mocks. Yeah. I am buying into the slide a little bit, but I think it's an intentional slide. I think he's trying to land in, I want to say Raiders.
And I'm from Pittsburgh.
Or Pittsburgh. That would be crazy. It's weird, man. Like, I do think Cam Ward's a better talent, but Shador, like, playing the quarterback position,
he's more quarterbacky.
Yeah. Like, he's kind of Goff-esque. I think Goff has a stronger arm.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit more mobile because he's just more, he reads the pocket well.
He's got very good ball placement, very good accuracy.
I think you still win games with him despite him having like a super killer arm.
I'm from Pittsburgh.
But I guess it depends on how.
What is Pittsburgh's pick?
Is he having? I think they're like 17.
They could trade up to top 10.
Like 17 or 20.
I don't think he falls that far. I think he'll still be a top 10 pick.
Shador?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going. I don't think he makes it past the Raiders in that scenario. Unless, I don't know. That was an interesting one to me. The other one, too, is I mentioned this on air before. For some reason, it's not really talked about a lot. But there are, like, off-the-field questions about James Pierce Jr.
Mm-hmm.
He killed the combine, by the way. I think he ran like a 4.52. He had like a 1.57 10-yard split. Just a beast off the line, 6'5". So I think it's a big enough frame to put some weight on if you did want to, turn him into a 265er. Do you think he can slide all the way to 28 for the Detroit Lions? Because I read somewhere he could slide to the second round. That's how questionable.
I think he very well could, but I don't think the Lions would pick him.
Yeah.
If he was there at 28, I don't think the Lions would take him.
But remember Dan Campbell said he could afford one bad apple? And I'm just trying to settle myself on this, too, because I would love to have him. But you're right. You're 100% right. That was my initial
You're
thought.
not taking Jalen Carter?
Yeah. But
what's the bad apple?
Who was our bad apple?
Yeah.
It's not J-Mo.
It's not J-Mo.
I'm not
Jared Goff.
Maybe Goff's got a
mean
dark
streak
side.
in
Yeah.
He's ripping darts in the
Cussing
locker room.
people out in the locker room, ripping darts.
No, but I just think
drinking Lone Star.
If he lifts up that half sleeve, his tattoos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They probably just haven't pulled the trigger on one yet.
Plays a lot of Kanye.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like
could this be the one? Because I feel like you throw on like 30 pounds. That's a lot of weight to throw on, by the way. But like, all right, let's say 20 pounds. I feel like you got a little bit of an Alden Smith mold here.
Yeah, Alden Smith also bad apple.
Bad apple.
Very bad apple.
Freak of nature.
Spoiled apple.
Yeah, spoiled apple for sure.
But also
worse than a bad apple.
If you,
he's a felon, right? He got arrested a couple times.
I think he did some airport shit.
Yeah. Not great.
When you do
he was a
airport
dog
shit,
though.
yeah,
Dude was a fucking
absolute
dog,
demon,
bro.
dude.
Him and Justin Smith on the ends, dude.
Yep.
And then you had Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis.
Insane defense.
I love that 49ers defense.
Yeah, they were so good.
My thing with the bad apple thing is, at this point, I don't even want them to do it because Jalen Carter was the bad apple that I just wanted.
Honestly, if you were gonna take a chance on a bad apple, it should have fucking been.
Yeah,
Jalen
no.
Carter.
At this point, no bad apples.
Take the bad apple.
Detroit Fat Man in the Woodward Sports Chat said,
"Shout out.
Jamal Williams just released."
Some of you motherfuckers
that
claim to be Lions fans,
wah,
that claim to be
sure.
bald nose. Some of you motherfuckers told us he was better than David Montgomery. Yous motherfuckers.
Yeah. I don't want to see people in the chat like, who said that? Nobody said that. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, dude.
I remember Eazy.
This is a downgrade. This is bad. Jamal Williams, he set the franchise lead in touchdowns. How can you let him walk? Lions are going to regret not signing him. Jamal Williams is a backup his entire career. And got like 16 one-yard touchdowns in the season. And he watched anime. Also, Jamal Williams, if I find you, I'm taking that fucking Goku statue back.
Yeah, that's fucked up. You lied to my friend, and he gave you one of his most prized possessions.
I did.
He didn't have multiple of them.
No, it's just one. I didn't win 3 Goku statues at round one time. I put my number on that.
You upset the Pringle.
You said you were going to hit me up and we were going to interview you. We could have talked about it. It would have been I guarantee you it would have been the best interview you had in Detroit. We would have talked anime. We would have talked video games. But no, too good for us. You're not even better than Craig Reynolds.
You upset the Pringle.
You upset the Pringle.
Salt and vinegar
Can
Pringle.
that be your new the Pringle?
No.
You come
Pringle
to the
Rags.
Pringle Rags.
Pringle
Rags.
Pringle Rags, baby.
Does the Pringle guy have a name? And he did.
Look it
Denver
up.
Blair's right. He says Jamal Williams talked cash shit about the Lions when he left.
Tried shit on Brad
Absolutely
Holmes.
did. Tried to shit on Brad Holmes. Look at you. Look at us.
Shift God, OTC. You got to admit, though, Eazy, a Hutch and Pierce Jr. duo would feed families. Absolutely. I'm here for it.
A what?
A Hutch and Pierce Jr. duo.
Oh, yeah.
Pierce Jr. with one-on-one
You guys
blockings.
know us, dude.
Opposite of it, Hudson. Yeah, absolutely.
You guys
I'm here
know-
for it.
you guys
Let
know
him,
us.
I'm down if he's a bad apple.
Come on.
If we were going to draft somebody and, like, say we were drafting a Micah Parsons level talent and it came out the day before the draft that he killed somebody but he's not going to jail, I'm still drafting him.
Yeah. Laramie Tunsil. I mean, there's a big example of this. Well, there's multiple examples, but, like, fell down the draft boards because he smoked weed in a gas mask.
Yeah.
Still turned out to be a pretty damn good left tackle.
I'm not.
Actually,
If I'm a GM, I'm not signing you to my team to raise my daughter. I'm not signing. I'm not rooting for you on my football team to take my sister out on a date. I want you to win football games for my football team. That's it. Obviously, you have to stay within the laws of society and the rules of the NFL to do that. But
Springle.
Sorry.
He was
like
proud of that
boom-sided.
one. He was like, you're ready.
Spario.
Yeah, we got to get Pringle in there.
Pringle.
Spario Pringle.
Springario.
Mr. Pringle.
Springario. Oh.
I want you to see the Pringle guy's real and find out he's like racist.
Yeah.
That's everything in
it
America.
was actually an ode to fucking slave owners. All right, let's go to break. Let me tell you about
Booner. Baldy toss last week. He wants to see Hutch and Pierce duo.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
It'd be dirty.
Like I said, I would hire, or I would sign Satan himself if it meant we would win a Super Bowl.
And then a guy from Chicago said my worst fear would be Giad Campbell to the Chicago Bears. All due respect to your team, brother.
They're not drafting Giad Campbell.
I'm not really sweating the Bears yet. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just tried to think, is there a nightmare pick? You know what? Shamar Stewart or James Pierce, maybe?
I don't even think they're going offensive line, man. They have to.
They have to go
They
offensive
have
line.
to.
They're going Calvin Banks Jr. or the kid from Ohio State.
Yeah. All right, let's go to
Or
break.
Will Campbell, if he's there.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. Let me tell you about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane.
Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. You can get award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Hot leather, neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, the whole 9 yards. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Like I said, tap in. Walk in, sit down, enjoy. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you
so
should be
much to
wearing
say
Woodward
right now.
Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Porn Snap fell in the draft over a weed issue. I would have drafted.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Coming back to the fat guys.
Stay connected with Woodward Sports on all social platforms. Follow us on Facebook, X, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all the new YouTube channels we just launched. Everything. Stay in tune with the best Detroit sports network, the #1 digital network, Woodward Sports, everywhere.
Jihad Campbell to the lads. So,
Dude.
I've been doing these weekly draft breakdowns.
That's crazy.
Did you make it?
No.
Oh, is it that bad?
Yeah.
I've been doing these weekly draft breakdowns with my guy Scott Bischoff.
Shout out.
You want to find him online next night?
Shout out.
He doesn't like Jihad Campbell.
Really?
He says he's undersized.
You know what, Scott?
But he's the same size. What are you measuring at? Like 6 foot?
He was the same size as Fred Warner.
Brother, isn't Derek Barnes like 6 foot flat?
Yeah.
What are we doing, Scotty?
No,
I'm gonna have the conversation on Thursday. Me and Scott
maybe
might be
Scott's
butting heads.
trying to sell his stock so he'll fall down to the Lions.
Maybe. It's very true. What about the other kid from Georgia?
Georgia?
Mikel
Williams?
Yeah, the other linebacker. Oh, Jalen Walker. Oh, Jalen Walker's going early.
I don't want a linebacker if it's not Jihad Campbell in the first round.
You would take Jalen Walker.
I would take Jihad Campbell, or that's it.
Is there a name in this
the Lions
draft?
Don't get Jihad Campbell. They failed. No, I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
Psych, I kid.
I'm joking.
Is there someone the Bears could take at 10 that would you'd wipe some sweat off your brow?
No.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Not really. Phil says, you good at basketball, Spenny? I am good at basketball. Division 3, I am champion. Mark D'Antonio's undefeated.
Hey, shout out D'Antonio, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Coach D.
Oh, yeah, on the college football committee, playoff committee.
Mark D'Antonio, the man, dude. Very, very, very cool
man,
human
dude.
being. Very nice guy, genuine guy. Good for him. Hopefully he throws love some. He's going to throw some Big Ten love.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, throw a little, Michigan State wins seven games next year. Who the fuck voted for Michigan State?
It's a one meme of the guy standing up.
I think they're a playoff team.
Well, maybe Michigan gets less favored too.
Well deserved, best football coach in school history. Love Coach D.
Shout out.
Raleigh Ringers. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Sounds like a porn.
Sounds like a porn star.
It does sound like a porn star or a 50s PR guy. Raleigh Ringers, huh?
Take my card. Definitely had a mustache like this.
By the way, guys, send your mailbag questions as we close out the show. But Fugo Vegan, are you higher or lower on the Lions since the end of the season? I know there's
Phil,
a lot
I was
of
a point
chips
forward
to fall still. That's a great question.
What was the question? Sorry.
Are you higher or lower on the Lions since the end of the season? I'm pretty
much the same.
Yeah, I'm lower, but I'm not too far from like where they were. Like they're still going to be a good team. They're not going to reach the 15-2 season. If they do that, I would definitely be shocked and surprised.
They're going to win the North.
They're going to make the playoffs. Yeah, win the North. No, win the North.
They're going to win the North. They're going to make the playoffs. Like you said, they're not going to win 15 games. So,
and just to find out, see where they go from there.
I'll have to wait until after the draft, after free agency. Then I'll tell you if I'm higher or lower on them. Right now, we're the same team basically.
The fact that Carlton Davis is out there going to be flirting around with teams next week, not a fan of that. I'll put you that way. So it depends what happens in the secondary room and on the defensive line, because I think we do need someone to, I don't want to say replace Lee McNeil, but obviously play for him.
John effing Lord, mailbag, are the Michigan basketball team a fraud? I sure think so, but I don't want to. Oh, Sparty thinks they're a fraud, of course. I mean, they look. You look at their past
fucking. Can they be on a cold spell though?
You look They're soft, dude.
They are soft.
You look at their past 7 games, bro. They were lucky to walk away with wins in all of them. Having 2 7-footers on the field for the majority of your game and allowing 19 offensive rebounds is nuts.
You're not wrong. CBS Sports has an alliance taking Gray Zabel, interior offensive lineman, North Dakota State University, 6'6", 316 pounds. Brother, that sounds like a tackle to me.
Sounds like a tackle for sure.
But I do like Gray Zabel, and I think he is getting scouted as both tackle and guard. Same with Will Campbell now, too, because of his arms.
Yeah.
Which maybe the Bears grab.
Dude, Tate Ratledge, I'm telling you, the guy's a lion.
How many NFC, by the way, mailbag, Dante151, shout out. How many NFC North do you think will make the playoffs this coming season?
2. Us and the Packers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Well, if the Vikes bring back Darnold,
I still don't think they'll be as good.
Team?
Even if they bring back Darnold, I don't think they'll make the playoffs.
I think it was fluke.
That'll do it for us today. Make sure you guys tap in 10:30, Twitch.com. Look up Spemmo Racks. I'm going live streaming some Monster Hunter Wilds. It was a lot of fun yesterday. I'm excited to do it again tonight.
Your partner in a street fight, young Mike Tyson or John Bones Jones?
John Bones Jones. Yeah, John Bones Jones.
I might pick Tyson.
Young Mike Tyson. He's.
It might always a 2v2, or is it like it's us versus a bar? Because Mike Tyson's knocking motherfuckers out and he's on to the next.
I mean, so would John Jones.
Yeah, John Jones when he ain't KOing. He's on
Kicking
the juice.
people in the face.
He's back in that sauce.
Kicking people in the elbow. Dude, an elbow from John Jones would kill a civilian.
Or get steroids, John
I mean,
Jones?
you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong.
Steroids, John Jones,
You're
or
probably safe.
pre-prison Mike Tyson, or post-prison Mike Tyson. What do you?
I'll fuck you till you love me.
Yeah, that Mike Tyson.
Was crazy.
Yeah.
How terrified would you be if someone's insult to you is going to fuck you? That's terrifying.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
That is emasculating as it gets.
All right. Well, that'll do it for today. Shout out Ryan Lentz. Everybody, put
Shout
Ryan
Ryan
Lentz in
Lentz.
your prayers. He's going through a procedure tomorrow. So we hope the best for him. And it's nothing too crazy. But still, put Ryan.
Facial bypass.
Nope.
Fat bitch.
Just
Ryan
put
Lentz.
Ryan Lentz in your prayers. And again, Twitch, 10:30, Spemo Rex. Come hang out. It's going to be fun. For Eazy, for Chris, I am Spencer with the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Oh, man, I sure hope the mics aren't still hot.
Yeah, so